Good morning, cricket lovers all over the world. We are in the second ODI in the ICC Women's Championship between Pakistan women and West Indies women. With me here for the pitch report is Mr. Kamran. Good morning, Kamran.
Good morning. Good morning, Charlie.
Beautiful views here. This morning we're playing at the ICC Academy. Different venue from the first one. Faster outfield. If we talk about the outfield, much nice green leveled ground as we can see from here. And we can go and talk about the pitch.
Yes, good morning, Chanvi. It looks like a very good ball first pitch by the looks of it, because if we have a look at the grass on the pitch, it's all ingrown and it's very well shaved and rolled in, pretty balanced. Outfield is very light and very quick, and unlike the match that we had the other day, there is not much dew. So the thing is, there are only a few patches where, and that's a good length area that we were talking about earlier, where it's a bit barren. So that might help the spinners later for the right-handers. Other than that, it's a good ball first pitch, and the seamers are expected to get a lot of punches early on this pitch.
Yes, of course. It's a grassy pitch. The dew, there's very not too much moisture that we saw from the previous game. Very less amount of moisture. If you look at some of the areas here, the grassy pitch, just to add the fuller length area as well, the ball will skid through. It will seam through. They will get a little bit of pace. A lot of help for the seamers early on for 15 to 20 overs. A little bit of late swing as well. The pacers. If we talk about a slightly shorter length, Kamran, there is going to be a little bit of bounce as well. This is going to feed the paces very well early on, and these cracks may or may not open up a little bit, just helping the spinners get a little bit of break through the innings. The second innings, obviously, the pitch will dry out further, and it'll be easy to bat on and chase.
Yeah, I think that to have a measure, let's have a hear from the pitch first. It looks pretty solid, and the thing is, for the spinners, it might skid a bit, but the gripping and break, it might be a slowish break. But obviously, the team who wins the toss, I'm sure they will go for a ball first, and they would like to chase something around 200 to on this pitch. It looks a very good batting surface, even though it's green grass on here. So let's see how it goes.
It's a green top grass. Played a lot of cricket on this ground previously, and definitely a chaseable track. Nothing too special. May not change over the course of the game. Obviously, we're not playing a T20. We're in a 50 over, so 100 overs to be played on this solid track. And I reckon, yes, totally. I think we both agree that the team that would win would want to bowl first, would want to put a target, contain the innings, and would like to chase.
For sure.
And so that's the news from the centre. From the pitch report, the team that will win the toss would want to bowl first. We'll be back with you shortly with the toss.
A very good morning and welcome to ICC Cricket Academy ground. We are here for the second ODI between Pakistan and West Indies. I have with me the captains Bisma Maroof and Stephanie Taylor and the match referee Mohammad Javed Malik. Stephanie, Bisma, you have the coin.
Tail is the call.
Tail is the call.
The head.
And here it is.
Pakistan has won the toss.
Bisma, what have you elected?
We would like to bat first.
Talking about the surface, what you make of it?
I think there is a little bit of moisture early on, and we'll just need to face 10 to 12 overs, and if we will get a good total, and we'll like to defend it.
And the last match we talked about that there was a little bit upset in it, and what will be your strategy today?
I think we have not been good with the bat. I think we're pretty good with the bowling. Just we need to spend time on wickets, and just we need to have build good partnerships in batting.
Any other change?
We have two changes. Eamon Anwar is out because of injury, and Umayma is out. Diana and me is playing here.
Thank you. All the best. Steph is going to ball. What do you think that you can restrict Pakistan on which target?
Well, hopefully we could restrict them to about 150, 160. With saying that, it's not going to be an easy one. With the captain back in, we know that she's their anchor and, very good batter. And, the team performed well when she's in. So not taking anything for granted, but just to go out there and focus on the areas that we need to focus on.
You finished very strong in the last ODI. What are your main areas to focus today?
Well, with the bat, we would definitely try to rotate and get more single on the board. But with saying that, we have powerhouse where we could play catch up, but definitely try and rotate the strike.
Any changes today?
Teams remain the same.
All right.
Thank you.
So here we have today for the toss. Pakistan has won it and decided to bat first.
Good morning, viewers. We're back with the action. Pakistan winning the toss, selecting to bat first. Very different from the pitch report we had. With me in the com box is Marina and Kamran. Welcome, Marina.
Thank you, Chavi. A very good morning to all of us and to people who are listening to us. Yes, the second ODI here at ICC Cricket Academy. Pakistan looking at the pitch, winning the toss, and the West Indies, as I talked to Taylor, she also mentioned that they wanted to bat as well. Well, the pitch report, Shabi, you could tell me a little more about the pitch. The surface looked a little skiddy and it's hard and some grass on it.
This is a green top surface, bit of a late swing for the early on bowlers. And definitely, Marina, there was something that came to a surprise to me as well, that they wanted to bat first. Both the sides wanted to bat first. We're probably looking to put a total. But if you look at it, as the day progresses further on, the sun comes out right in the center. The turf will dry out further, and there'll be a better. So the first ball, and played away nicely.
Yeah, onto the pads, and Sidra Amin pouncing on it, just angling it. And that's 4 runs. Sidra Amin off with a 4. Pakistan off to a good start. Talking about the sides, there are 2 changes in Pakistan lineup. Umaima Sohail is out. Bisma Maroof is in. Good for Pakistan. And Ayman Anwar just got injured, and Diana is in. Talking about the Windies, that's the same lineup. The winning combination they had in the first ODI.
They would want to continue with the same. We talk about it's a quick outfield, slight slope at the other end. Better delivery, that. It's a much better delivery. And the Windies will be looking to restrict the Pakistan women to a decent total that they can chase. Pakistan, however, would want to put a mammoth on the board.
Yeah, as Taylor mentioned that they would like to restrict Pakistan around 150-170 mark. And I think that as the day progresses, we have a very good sunshine out there, so the dew factor would rather run away quickly. Good bit of fielding, just a little touch behind point by Sidra Amin. Kamran, your thoughts on the toss and the wicket?
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, ladies in the com box. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. And while you were mentioning that it's okay, West Indies wanted to bat first as well. But that makes a bit of a sense, because for the Windies batters to face up front, they might be more confident about the Pakistan bowling. But if you put it in this context, that Pakistani batters have to face the Windies bowlers, who even moved the ball in Dubai International Stadium as well. Today we are playing here at the ICC Cricket Academy. So it looks like a bit dicey and very aggressive kind of a decision by Pakistan think tank. So let's see how it pans out for Pakistan.
Yeah, even with the swing, the more thing that is concerning for me is the short pitch ball. It looks a hard deck, and I'm sure that Connell, Selman and Doughton will test the Pakistani batters with the shorter one, as they struggled playing that length. There was a really good ball just skidding on, a little bit angling away from Sidra Amin. First over's gone, and Pakistan is 4 for none.
Yeah, continuing on that, so like we saw on the very first ball of the match, and Sidra just tucked it along on the leg side, and it carried all the way to the boundary, which was something which was missing on Dubai Stadium, because there the outfield was a bit heavy. Here it's lightning fast outfield, so we might be, even if the wickets keep falling, so I think 200 should be very easy to secure over here, judging by the outfield here.
Skyrocketing outfield it is, Kamran. A lot of runs have been scored on this ground previously. Domestic matches, international matches. So UAE men and Nepal a couple of weeks ago.
Janvi, as they say that you can only guess about the pitch until a ball is bowled on that strip. So I think what we were discussing at the toss, 200, 210, I think it's definitely a 250 plus pitch. Anything less than that, it will be just a walkover for Windies team.
Anything, yes, anything around 220, 230 would be a challenging score for Windies to chase. However, it's a good track to chase on. It's a good delivery. It's a good delivery that we are able to see, from the deliveries, even the previous over, there's getting a little bit of a late swing, ball moving a little away from the right-hander, and there will be something that will happen prolongedly for the first 15 to 20 overs. We are expecting that, and hopefully the Windies should be happy.
Yeah, Connell is a genuine outswinger, and she would love to take it away. Well, the thing I like is that the positive intent by the batters. They're just on to scoring a good run down the fine leg area for 3 runs. That brilliant running by the Pakistani batters, that is the intent that was missing in the first ODI. And I think that with Bisma Maroof back in the lineup, if they take responsibility and see off the new ball, they would be able to score 250 plus in this track and on this ground.
Yes, of course, Marina. They do have the batting lineup. Pakistan women, they've got the hitters, they've got the ones who can run through it, and I think that the 3 that they ran very early on in the innings gives out the message that we're here to make the big score on board, and we're going to play out the 50 overs. I think that's what Pakistan women should look to do, and they'll probably put them at a good total for the Windies, challenge them for the second ODI.
And I think talking about swing, so because Konal managed to swing a lot in Dubai a couple of days back. Loud appeal, and I think coming back to that point, because there she was bowling from the end, which was helping the outswing. But here, if we let the viewers just know, the wind is blowing across the pitch from third man to mid wicket direction, so which is going to be a bit you can say not so helpful for the outswing. So Marina, you think the Konal is bowling from the right maybe right end?
Yeah, I think that they might have a plan, because her natural outswing is there, but maybe just angling in and then taking it away might be the trick that they want to be looking for. Talking about the shout, I think that it was a little bit outside off stump, but that's 2 overs gone, and Pakistan is 8 for no loss.
Yeah, and because unlike the first ODI, Konal 5 out of 6 deliveries she managed to bring them in. There she was bowling with the 7-2 field and managed to get Javeria edge twice, and it was a pretty embarrassing moment for Javeria as well. But that speaks a lot about the capabilities of Konal.
What a beauty that was! A perfect length for a fast bowler, and just a fractional swing there, beating the bat of Sidra Amin. Yeah, I think Amran, that's lucky chances a batter can get. You can't do much about it. But on West Indies' behalf, there were regulation catch for the keeper and as well as the slip, and missing out on a main batter. I think that they need to think about it. Sidra Amin, 24 matches and average of 12, strike rate 47, 150. She needs to score. There's a lot of responsibility right up on the order for Sidra Amin. She's a good batter, but needs to click.
So the gully comes in. So good delivery, sticking to the turf there. It's just to bring in that additional pressure. The gully in place now for Sidra Amin.
Yeah, as I mentioned, they will test out the batters with the shorter ones, and that's the field they have set that for. And unfortunate for Pakistan. They have not been playing the short balls well enough as they do, and I'm sensing that one or two might come in right now.
So I think that vindicates our early assessment as well. So after bowling 1 over around, and she has seen that the ball is moving a bit, especially from the wind blowing from this direction, from mid wicket to third man region. So in that context, she has put in gully, a good shot. She couldn't time it properly.
Yeah, as expected, I knew that a shorter one was coming, but Sidra Amin luckily got a bat enough on it.
Not rising much, that short ball, as we would say, intended to do. I think that's what she wanted. She wanted to hit the deck harder. And she was looking for that odd bounce to come on, but there are some patches there on that turf which will keep the ball low. The bounce will not be as much at the moment. That's the top edge, and that was the one they were looking for, but the ball's going to run away, and that's going to be a welcome boundary for Pakistan, and they wouldn't mind it.
There's a fielder there, so she's going to stop it. Obviously it was an edge, a lucky break for the batter there. So at the moment they again have set up the 7-2 field. Well left. So the plan looks like the same what they were doing at the Dubai Stadium.
So it'll be 3 gone. It's 10 for none.
Marina, it looks like Nahida has been handed over the script to just stay on the pitch and anchor the innings, because that is exactly what she looked to do the other day as well. So is it something the kind of player Nahida is, and that for that role?
Yeah, Nahida, she likes to take on time early on, and then she can kick off. But the best thing about her is that if the ball is there, she'll go after it. She's not that sort of player that likes to block down and just keep on blocking and then go after. If the ball's there, she will pounce on it and get runs for Pakistan. But yeah, more of a temperamental player that likes to stay there out and score runs. That was a good back foot punch through the cover area by Nahida. She's quite positive out there.
Singles are going to be essential, Marina, today. Playing in the gaps, putting that pressure on the Windies fielders. Just how they're doing their the running has been good right from the start. Even now, the 2 that they have taken, very positive intent from the batsmen. And they will have to do that, play the ball, just playing the soft hands, Sidra Amin. And I think she's been exceptionally amazing today in doing that, just placing the ball in the gaps, taking the singles, running off, keeping the Windies fielders busy and thinking as well. And I think that's a very good tactic.
Exactly, that's the positive intent I was talking, that Pakistan needs to kick off with a good start. They need to be scoring runs right from the word go. And that's exactly what this pair is doing, taking on the short balls, clicking singles, and anything that is loose, they're putting it away. They're off to a good start.
Another good shot. And talking about Sidra, as much we saw the other day about her, what I liked about her, that she likes to play the short pitch balls with very good proficiency, and her technique looks pretty good as well, because she likes to rise with the ball. And a couple of shots she played there, she rose on her toes and then tried to play over the top of the ball. Again, some width, and ball was pitched a bit short on the shorter side.
Yeah, wild swing by Sidra Amin, but definitely the ball was short and wide, asking to be put away, but just missed out. Well, Connell, I think that she's bringing in that gully fielder with this length. Talking about Sidra, she is an aggressive batter. One likes to take on the bowler.
Slightly short of length that one, and the dot delivery to end the over. 4 gone. It's 13 for none.
So I think, like we were saying, that Pakistan went made an aggressive choice of batting first on this pitch, with a bit of lively grass on it. Not that much to excite any bowling unit, but with the especially Cornell and the other Windies bowler. So 4 overs gone without any loss, and 13 on the board. I think it's a good, reasonable start by Pakistan.
It's a decent start for them. Steady one nonetheless. And it's a good shot, well placed by Nahida Khan.
Yeah, that was rather a check shot. She just managed to pull back the bat, not taking on the extra cover fielder. Just managed to keep it down, but a good looking shot again.
Bit of a double mind there, I think she was in.
I think the wicket is, as we expected, a lot of bounce, but it seems like it's a double pace and double bounce wicket till now.
It's a good track, nonetheless. The bounce is good off the grass. Like we said, it's a green top, and it's a natural green top. There is no grass which is rolled in or nothing of that sort. The ground staff, I think, have done an exceptional job in keeping the dew away from it, and that's a good delivery. Just slight movement from the right-hander.
These are the kind of deliveries which you expect to come and once in a while, because there are some live a bit tinge of green and live grass on the pitch. So if the ball hits or the seam hits those pieces, they are bound to move a bit. So Pakistan batters need to be mindful of that. And then you are bound to get these kind of deliveries as well. Pitched up, bowler getting a bit greedy and bowling a bit up to the batter, and providing a good opportunity to drive the ball with her foot right next to the ball. A very well driven single there.
Yeah, I think that yes, Naida Khan now on the strike. We saw that there was a little uppish drive by Naida. Maybe that's what Salman is looking for, just pitching it up. Might get engaged that fielder on the extra cover. And that's gone! A brilliantly set up by Salman, and Naida just not in the position to play that shot. Threw her bat and a straightforward catch to the gully. The plan has worked.
Well, that's the fielder, and that's the reason why she was placed there. And well, they've got their lady, the one that they were looking for, the Windies. And that's the first blow here for Pakistan women. 4.5 hours gone. It's 15 for 1.
So the plan has finally worked. This is what Windies bowlers have been trying since from the first ball, keeping a 7-2 field with 4 fielders behind point on the offside, and then the sweeper cover and deep third man as well. So
now Javeria Khan walking in for Pakistan. That's another big wicket that Windies would like to take on early, because we all know that once Javeria settles in, she can take it long and deep into the innings. 90 matches played, lot of experience, and 2,428 runs. She's been exceptional for Pakistan since quite a few years now.
Definitely comes in with a lot of experience. Javeria Khan the other day as well in the first ODI, she was looking good. She's in a good touch. She's looking steady, and she will have to look to go through the innings all the way through. And a good leave there, a confident good leave from Javeria Khan. The end of the over, 5 gone. It's 15 for 1.
So after 5-15 for 1 Pakistan, and one interesting thing about Javeria Khan, because we noticed the other day as well, she is not too we cannot say she's tall. She's average height, but she has a very wide stance. so which obviously makes batters go more on the lower side.
Beautifully put away by Naida, and that will reach the boundary. That's perfect timing. Sorry, that's Sidra Amin. Coming onto pads, just managing to keep it down towards fine leg, square leg area, and that's a good looking shot by Sidra Amin.
So that's what I was talking about earlier. Konal in the first ODI, she kept on bowling outside the off stump, or the ball kept on moving away. But here she has been putting more balls, more deliveries into the batters, and that was a gift for literally for Sidra Amin. She tucked away and earned a 4 there. Again bowling into the body of the batter.
They'll want to look to put in some pressure as well. The Windies, they know they've got the first wicket. They will be looking to add on the pressure. That's why we see the first slip and the gully fielder as well for Cornell bowling in from the opposite end. And it's the square leg as well, slightly finer the position. They will have to look to play in the 50 overs. It's a long game. It's a one-day international. 19 for 1 on board. I think Pakistan have done a decent job. It's not bad. They will accelerate and build up the innings going through forward.
Pakistan is off to a good start, but I think the just concerning thing for me is that they shouldn't get too much ambitious, because we have seen that they've played some good shots. West Indies has a good strong bowling, and they will test Pakistani batters, so they need to be very clear in head which ball to leave, which to defend, and which to score. That was a genuine edge, but I think short of first slip. Yet again, Cornell just creating opportunities for West Indies and troubling the Pakistani batters. A lucky escape once again.
Oh dear, dear, dear. That was a chance there. Nonetheless, the skipper at first slip, Stephanie Taylor, just dancing on her left side. You know, those are the positions where they are tricky. The ball sticks, it sticks. It doesn't stick, it goes.
Yeah, I've been there at the first slip area. It's really tricky.
The slip coordinate. And that's placed well. That's going to be about, that will find the fielder there at the third man region. And a single to end the over. 6 gone. It's 21 for 1. And there's going to be a change in the com box. We welcome K. Asif and Abid.
Thank you very much, Chavi and Kamran. And Marina will join us, yeah? Well, amazingly, Pakistan have won the toss and they have decided to bat first. So far, they're doing well. 21 for 1. And if I talk about Javeria's batting for the last match, she got 3 chances. And I think that she must be in little pressure what she did in the last match. And yes, of course, they have lost the match as well.
Definitely, when you're a batter and you've got lucky, it's a good thing, but for a batter, you do get hang up in those moments. But as I know Javeria, she's a fighter and she likes to take on the opposition. But probably the way she's playing right now seems very positive, very decisive with her footwork and which ball to leave, which to play. So that's a positive sign.
That's right, and I would ask you, Abed, that first of all, how are you doing today?
Brilliant. Thank you very much for asking, Asif. We wanted to ask me, but I'm a little eager to comment on this. Pakistan losing yet again a quick wicket, and we saw even the last game, both the sides lost their openers quickly. So the new ball, I think, is concerned for both the teams here.
Yes, and Marina is sitting with us here. But I don't know why they're trying to chase new ball and why they're going for the drive. Because I mean, you should have to wait there. Just if it's coming on your bat, just wait some time.
Definitely, as I said that they're going good, but they're have to be careful that not to get over ambitious, and what neither did there. That was a good length delivery, should have left it or even defended it for the full face of bat, but she went for the shot, and as the length wasn't there, she ended up giving a catch. So that's a concerning point. Being an opener, you have to be very decisive while you see off the new ball.
Well, if you consider, Marina, about the experience, it's not that they're inexperienced openers. Oh, that's another one going down. Lucky. This time it's Javeria Khan.
Yet again, Javeria and Stephanie Taylor both are just testing each other. Put down yet again. Javeria gets away with it, but that is a concerning thing for West Indies. They don't want to give her chance, because you can bet she can bat long and deep, and once she's set, she'll rip you apart.
Well, it was a very good delivery. Look, let her rise up, and it was a straight chance there. To be very honest, it's a fourth catch for her, and she got 4 chances in second match. I mean, it was 3 chances in the first match, and this is what we were talking about earlier. So ending up this over now, 7 gone, 23 for 1.
Well, the concern is not that how many chances they get. The concern over here that they should avail the chances. So they need to play a long inning here. Just like yesterday's game, we saw West Indian women's they have done. They batted long. They studied the inning, and in between there was a moment when the run rate per over was 1.78. So they need to do similar thing here. They need to study the inning and leave about the run rate or forget about everything. Your target, just spend some time on the wicket.
I agree with you. This pair can bat quite positively and for a longer time, but all they need to do is dig in right now, because they've lost a wicket, early wicket, and there are opportunities to score, but they have to be very clear with the mindset and the plan they have out there.
Just like Asif said, that you need, if you build that sort of inning, you need to left alone the balls that is going away from you, especially the new ball. You don't need to chase every ball that it's coming to you.
Well, that's right, and let me ask you, especially Marina, because you've been playing for the Pakistan as well, that the Pakistan team, especially when we talk about women cricket in Pakistan, improving day by day, and when you are playing against a team like a world champions like West Indies, you should observe that how did they play in the last match. Try to learn from them.
Yeah, if I talk about the last match, we all knew that surface wasn't that, you can say, a batting friendly wicket, but all they did, they played against their nature, both Doughton and Taylor. What they did, they knew that they had a role to play, they knew that the responsibility was on to them, and they delivered what was expected of them. Right now it's a good track to bat on, but yet again Pakistan has to be clear as how to approach the power play right now, and seeing off the 2 exceptional fast bowlers for West Indies, because they will test them.
Well, that's right. It is a quick run. I mean, good running between the wickets. And Abed, we were discussing in the last match as well that how important partnerships are. And we have watched that how Doughton built a partnership with her captain, and they went for the long time.
Yeah, Asif, I would say here that the building partnership needs a lot of things from you. A lot of commitments, a lot of patience, a lot of fitness as well. So what we saw in the last game, that Pakistan had an issue with the fitness as well. 2 batters have not come back to the bat because one of these injury and the other one was a cramp. This happens when you don't play longer version game a lot. So there is fitness issues as well. I think Pakistan need to recognize that thing as soon as possible and correct these areas and work on it. So I think apart from that, they have a talent. They have look at the running between the wicket, it's phenomenal. So I think Pakistani women need to be fitter, more fitter.
That's right. Ending up with a dot delivery. 8 gone, 26 for 1.
Marina, tell us how these women take us through how these women do their workout.
No, they've been working very hard off the field, and with the new trainer Jamal Hussain from England, he has been exceptional. And the main thing about him and the team is that they are focusing on the main areas of fitness. I will not agree that they lack fitness. They've been working back home. They've been working for quite a few months now, but it was a little unfortunate for Naida. She got hit on the head. Javeria did came back on, but obviously if you're carrying an injury onto the field, you cannot give your 100%. But you can look at her today. She's been brilliant in running and quite positive about it. The thing I feel is the lack of temperament for the longer version of game. We have been playing T20 for quite long now. Recently played the World Cup. It's hard to switch on and off from formats if you have the same group of players playing all the formats for you. So that is the thing I think Pakistan lacks a little bit in the temperament for the ODIs. They need to settle down, they need to dig in and then kick off.
What about the test matches? They will be having a lot of test matches as well.
Well, unfortunately, we do not play any test matches. Even back at home, we don't have a 4-day format for the girls yet. We've been discussing it with the board, and I think it's very, very important to get into that format for developing a temperament for longer version and even your technique as a batter and the bowler as well. So that's the thing Pakistan board needs to focus, and players on their own hand need to work out that they need to play such formats to build their game and develop their game.
Asif, I would say one thing I would give them 100 out of 100. Both the teams. It's not about the only West Indians or Pakistanis, but both the teams have been tremendous in the field. I mean, very energetic, very quick. I mean, you don't see many misses from them. Yeah, apart from unlucky today catches going down, but I'm talking about the ground fielding is being tremendous.
Well, that's right. I was discussing earlier before the match with Marina that I'm so happy I have watched them in the last match. They're improving in their fielding. We have watched some efforts from Diana and Alia. Look, it's giving you confidence and you getting ready for the next and upcoming matches.
I was really impressed by Imtiaz, Kainat Imtiaz. She was really impressive in the field.
She's a born athlete. She loves to, run around, dive, and same as with Diana. They've been brilliant for Pakistan. Diana has been exceptional, and she's an example for the Pakistan team. I think all the credit goes to ICC as well for arranging this ICC championship, because when we play against the higher sides like Australia, England, we see what kind of effort and what kind of commitment they bring onto the field, and that's when we get inspired, and that's what exactly Pakistan team has done. After watching them and the Windies, they've worked on it.
Well, that's the end of over number 9. The score moves to 29.
It was a good delivery, rise up, and I'm pretty much happy. I mean, she goes for the short pitch deliveries and trying to disturb the batter. I mean, it's very good,
I've played against her. She likes to take on the batter, and believe me, she can test you with really good ones, right onto your body, right in your face. And that's, as a batter, you need to tackle it. But I think Javeria did well, keeping her body behind her and keeping it low.
Marina, she is quick as well. You forgot to mention
that.
Oh
yes, she's quick. She's quite quick. I think she's the quickest I've faced.
Well, especially against when you're playing in the West Indies.
Yes, especially in those conditions, she was very quick and seamy.
Yeah, and she swings the ball as well and bounces as well. So everything good for her so far. You see, she have bowled and 4.2 overs, and she doesn't look tired at all. She's more energetic, and the pace is still there.
And Bolden, look at that delivery. So this time, right on the length.
Yeah, our praises worked here for her. Lovely delivery, keeping the ball short, and the surprise one comes. Little Fuller takes the wicket here. Javeria Khan, the skipper, walking back to the pavilion after scoring 5 runs.
Yeah, another blow for Pakistan. Javeria walks off the field. And yes, we were praising Connell. A good setup there, banging in little shot and then a good length delivery. Probably Javeria didn't expect it to keep low. It was she wanted her to bounce more, but a good delivery and another blow for Pakistan.
I beg your pardon, Bisma Ali is the captain today. Bisma Maroof, I beg your pardon. So Javeria is playing not as a skipper today. Yesterday she was. Well, another good batter will be joining Sidra Amin. Very important inning it would be for Sidra Amin to build here. She need to stick around. She need to play a long inning. I would really be surprised to see if she also does a mistake like that after spending that long in the wicket. So she needs. Now she have taken her time. She needs to build this inning with someone experienced, and I don't see any one better experienced than Bisma Maroof.
Well, look at the approach, look at the thinking, look at the technique that she went for a rising delivery first, for a short pitch delivery, then there was an over pitch delivery, and then she went for the swing. So complete and full marks to the Connell.
Definitely, it was a brilliant setup to get rid of Javeria. But yeah, talking about this partnership now, Taylor did mention that they were targeting Bisma Maroof. They know how crucial this wicket can be and how important it will be for Pakistan, for Bisma to stay out there. Sidra Amin, she's a good player, she's a good temperamental player, and both of them can build in innings together, a partnership that is now required for Pakistan at this stage.
Yeah, well settled Sidra Amin alongside Bisma Maroof will be a perfect pair, I guess. For now, at least they need to stay up till 30 overs in this game. From here, maybe 20 more overs. They need to stay and calm the inning. Yes, now we can see some middling with the ball and taking time. That's Bisma Maroof for you. 95 innings.
Yeah, look at the average, 27.7 and 1250s, highest 99.
Oh, unlucky. Unlucky just a run.
Yeah, that was against South Africa in Sharjah.
Was you playing in that?
Yeah, I was playing in that, and we were so disappointed. She played brilliantly, single-handedly, just maneuvered the innings for Pakistan, but couldn't reach the 3-mark figure.
Are you expecting a good contest between Bisma and Connell?
Definitely, she's a fighter. I said that she's a clear with her mind, a good player with good technique, and Connell and West Indies are after her. Taylor mentioned it. They're after her. They know that how crucial this wicket can be, and Bisma knows that there is a huge responsibility on her shoulder, so she knows that she's up for the music.
Bisma off the mark with a single. Good running between the wicket, good call, and a very good over for Connell. Got a success there. So 10 overs gone, 31 for 2.
Yeah, as per the looking the Pakistan women's score here, 31 is fine, but that too is not, I think, an ideal for them. The wickets are serious concern for them. Even the halfway we saw in day before yesterday's game, there was a collapse as well. So these collapses been real concern for the Pakistani women's. They need to build. I hope this pair of two can really do something like Stephanie Taylor and Dottons did in the Thursday.
Yeah, I think the main concerning thing is they tend to start building a partnership and as we think that they're going right on the course, they just get out. A wicket gets fallen. And then again a batter has to move in, settle in, and when again Javeria started to look positive and started scoring, she threw her wicket. So I think they need to realize that they have to go for a longer partnership if they want to put a decent total on board to defend.
And then that's the partnerships are crucial, and this partnership would be an important partnership for Pakistan. Change in the bowling. Dottin.
Yes.
Play of the match for the last match. Sorry.
Yeah. I was waiting for her to come up. I saw her warming up for the next over. So that would be more challenging. She is good with the bat, but she's even better with the ball as well.
And she is superb in the fielding as well, dear.
Oh, she is a superwoman for West Indies. Right away, just banging in shot, testing Bisma Maroof. She's got all the tricks in her sleeves. A slow one, an incoming, in-dipping Yorker, a bouncer, a good outswing. Well, much to tackle with.
A lot smooth action, you know. She just came straight and bowl with the line and length, with very accurate, but smooth action doesn't ask her a lot of energy to put on.
Nicely timing this time. Fielder there looking for the second. But good call there. It was a good shot.
Yeah, a balanced shot right from the middle of the bat. Kept it down, good head position. Just let the ball come onto the bat and then maneuvered it behind towards square. Talking about Dottin, what a superstar she has been for West Indies, both with the bat and ball as well. West Indies heavily rely on Dottin and Taylor, and I think that they know they have to, every time they are given the opportunity, they have to deliver for West Indies.
Yes, they take a responsibility, and they don't play an individual here. We saw that's played well there, gets a boundary. Lovely timing there.
Oh yeah, that's the strength area for Sidra Amin. A lovely looking on drive, good balance, good foot movement, and full faith of the bat, just utilizing the pace of Dottin.
Yeah, excellent piece of timing. An over pitch delivery, and welcome boundary for Pakistan.
Yes, they need to do this regularly. They need to pick up the loose deliveries when they get. You need to avail it and make it maximum use of it, just like Sidra Amin did now. Oh, this one better. Nice comeback by the bowler.
Good delivery, yeah. On a proper length. And do remember that there's a fielder in slip and gully as well.
Yeah, that was a brilliant delivery to follow by a 4. I think just a fractional of movement away from Sidra Amin from a perfect length. And I think that's kind of delivery you would like to watch every day, every moment.
Playing on the onside, and gets 4 runs again here. Expensive over.
Yet again, brilliant timing by Sidra Amin. Again pitched onto the pads, and she will not miss out. That's her strength area. Dottin just a little bit off the course with her line and length for this over.
It was gorgeous timing, dear. On the pads, there was no fielder, and got the boundary. So 2 boundaries in this over.
Well, mind you that Sidra Amin is batting well now on 27, but she haven't played a slow inning also. Again here, once again, they have taken a single as well. So things looks easier for Sidra Amin now. She has watching the ball nicely and timing it superbly.
Good over for Pakistan. 9 from it. 11 gone. 41 for 2.
Another advantage that Bisma Maroof brings to this batting lineup is that most of the partnerships Pakistan has is around Bisma. She likes to take on responsibility, not just for her own, but also the player she's playing with. And she tends to develop a good understanding with the person she's batting with, and that is main strength that she brings to Pakistan.
Yeah, a lot of characters like that we get to see in men's team as well. We had Mike Hussey from Australia, Yunus Khan from Pakistan. Even we used to have Inzama Mulhaq, who used to build a good partnership whenever he's on the other side. This character of Yunus Khan used to be in Pakistan men's team, that whoever he's batting along, he'll build a good partnership. In Indian side, there was Rahul Dravid as well, a similar kind of players. What they do is that they always guide your partner. So that's the best thing. And Bisma Maroof, indeed, star. She is a star for this team.
So she messed up her run up. Another bowling change. Marina, I think if you keep changing your both of the ends, down the offside, and should be a wide delivery.
That's a good tactic by the bowling side. You don't allow the batters to settle in by rotating your bowlers quickly. And once you get the sign that batters are getting comfortable with the bowlers, you need to step up and change just to again double mind the batter and let time to settle in as what the bowler is bowling and what line length is he up to.
A lovely delivery that is. Good length, but look at the height. The height is the advantage here for Shanella. Even I was saying on Thursday that she's the tallest one, and when she bowls, she even the good length deliveries almost go on a bouncer for the Sidra. I mean,
is it just me, or she reminds me of Curtly Ambrose coming lazily in and then banging?
Same. I was about to say that is a version of Curtly Ambrose in female. And they belong to the same country. They play for the same nation.
Yes. And Sidra moves on 28 with 2 boundaries.
And this ball swung a bit, the last one. Or else she was looking for the big shot. That was soft hands and dot ball.
There's a little difference between Ambrose and Henry, because Ambrose used to come with 3 or 4 slips, and she has taken 1 slip, isn't it?
That's the given advantage you can give to the female side. But the thing right now to focus for the Pakistani batters is the change of pace. She doesn't have much pace that Cornwall was offering, and now they have to settle in for that.
How difficult it is for the women's, I want to know that. Change of pace.
A little bit, but as a batter, as a professional batter, you need to click on quickly for that. There's no excuse that you've been settling for the pace and now a bowler with a lesser pace has come and you need time, but you have to pounce on it quickly.
That's right, this time on the 3rd man area, just for a single. Yes, I agree that in international cricket, when you're playing cricket on this level, of course, that you need more perfection, more perfect execution actually. They have a hitter as well in Pakistani team who can hit the ball well. Alia, I think she can hit big shots as well. So use of Alia will be very crucial at this game when you're building an inning. And she's a very special character, especially in 50 overs game, because what happens here, they try to rotate the strike and play with a slow run rate, but when she comes in, there's more responsibility on her to go for the big shots.
We've got a couple of hitters. Nida Dar can hit as well. Kainat Imtiaz, I mentioned in the first ODI, she's worked on her hitting because she comes down the order. But yes, I agree with you. The area and the position they will be sending Alia in for today would be crucial. But I think as for a hitter also, you need to give her a little bit of time to settle in, just dig in and realize what kind of wicket she's playing, and then kick off.
Well, 12 overs gone now, 45 for 2. Sidra not out on 29. Bisma, the skipper, on 3.
I think everything is fine from Pakistan's point of view at the moment. Yes, they are 2 wickets down, but they have both their key batters down there in middle, so they can build the inning here. The way Sidra Amin is playing, she's looking for the full length deliveries and she's punishing it and she's timing it so well. So that's a good news for Pakistan.
Well, Abid, this is a key point that you just wait for the bad deliveries and utilize them and get runs while you are going for the chasing them, as we have seen earlier that the first batter, she was trying to chase early on and she lost a wicket.
Yes, that is what Asif, you need to wait for the loose deliveries to come to your way. You don't try to make a good delivery. You need to give respect to the good deliveries and let them go, especially in 50 overs game.
I agree, because you need to play on your strengths initially when you walk into that field. And I think that there is no need to hurry. They have a lot of time, and Sidra did the best thing. She played on her strength. Whatever was onto the pads, she put away. Whatever was away, she left, or she maneuvered for the singles. That's a brilliant way to go for a one-day batting.
Well, let me tell you, I have a good feelings that Sidra Amin will score a big run today, the way she's playing so far. For now, she need to settle with Dot. But yes, I think I have a feeling the way she's batting at the moment, she will make a good score today.
Mindset for a batter is really important, and I think that Sidra is now very clear with what she has to do and what she has to avoid, and now she's settled in, so probably she should capitalize the start she has got.
Well, time for the change in the com box. So we have Nabil Hashmi with Ahmed Khwaja.
Thank you so much, Abid. It has been a much better start for Pakistan compared to the first ODI. Ahmed Sidra has played really well. She has pounced on the opportunity whenever it has come. She has taken good singles, while we have seen an odd boundary from her as well.
Yes, good morning, Nabil. Sidra is playing quite fluently. Now it will be up to the senior player Bisma to join her and build up a partnership so that Pakistan can get a reasonable total to defend in the second innings.
A fuller delivery from Salman, and you can see that the confidence is right up for Sidra.
There's a nice stiff breeze blowing across the ground, which is helping with the outswing for Shakira, and it seems to be challenging Sidra out there, but she looks quite well settled now and looking quite fluent.
She wanted a single there, but Bisma decided against it, and the point you mentioned, we saw how Nahida fell prey to it. She was trying to cut Salman there, but she was only able to cut it to the gully fielder. Another good delivery.
There you can see Shakira really challenging Sidra outside that off stump, making her want to drive, and there's a slip in place. So the Windies are well aware that they need a wicket here and really get stuck into the Pakistan batting lineup.
Stephanie Taylor has been impressive with the captaincy there. The fielding placements have been immaculate. They have studied the Pakistani batters and have bowled according to the plan as well. This one came in a bit. It has been turned towards a square leg fielder. Easy two for Sidra Amin.
Much better running from Pakistan there. They have left quite a few singles out there that they haven't completed, but this partnership, the understanding between the two is quite good, and that was a good double quickly achieved.
Well, that's the end of the 13th over. Pakistan are now 48 for 2. The skipper Bisma Maruf is back in this game. There were a couple of injuries in the last game. Here's the batting scorecard. Sidra Amin unbeaten on 31. She has taken 48 deliveries for it. Nahida Khan struggled in the middle, could only make 3. Javeria Khan, she was bowled by Cornell at 5, while Bisma is unbeaten on 4. Bisma's inclusion, her return will certainly boost up the confidence of the team because she remains a world-class batter in the Pakistan side. Short delivery and it will race away to the boundary. So a lucky boundary for Bisma Maroof and Pakistan.
Very short delivery and Bisma attacked it supremely well and hooked it away in style for a much needed boundary for the Pakistan women team.
And with that boundary, Pakistan's 50 is up now. Another short delivery and appeal, and Bisma will have to depart here. So a big loss for Pakistan. Bisma is gutted. She wanted to cut it through point and gully fielder, but only managed to cut it to the keeper, and easy catch for her.
It's Deandra Doughton again, the woman of the series so far, who has been dominating Pakistan in the T20s and now making a difference in the one-day internationals as well. Huge wicket for West Indies.
Here's that short delivery. It bounced a little bit more than Bisma's expectations as well.
Extra bounce, and then after the first delivery, Bisma fancied it, but this time it just couldn't get hold of it, and a huge wicket for Windies. And now Pakistan in total rebuild mode.
Yeah, Bisma is a sort of a batsman who just doesn't build innings. She tried to help others. So that's certainly a big loss for Pakistan. And now Pakistan into the hitters mode. Nidar Dar, Alia Riaz, Kanat Imtiaz, these sort of players likes to get on with the game. Nidar Dar was really impressive with the bat in the T20 series, especially the last T20I which Pakistan won. She made a brilliant half century. So she would have to play against her nature here. Pakistan, as rightly said by Ahmed, they are in the rebuilding phase now.
Yes, much needed partnership will be required over here. Nidar Dar is an experienced player and a free-flowing player, so she can definitely keep the scorecard ticking along with Sidra Amin.
Stefani operating with the slip here, trying to keep the pressure on Pakistan. Doughton runs in. Short and wide delivery. Nidar lets it go. Doughton, she's been an impressive all-rounder. Right up there with the world's best. She bowls at pace, hits it well. Brilliant fielder.
She reminds me of the well-known English all-rounder Freddie Flintoff. Full all-action game, and she makes it count with bat and ball.
Another good delivery. This one came back in. It's really a luxury to have a player like Doughton and Elise Perry. When you have such a world-class all-rounder, it makes captain and coach job pretty much easy. You have someone to bank on, either with the bat or the ball.
Absolutely, having a player that can create an impact on both sides is a huge bonus, and West Indies are using her quite expertly.
Another short delivery, but defensively played by Nidar Dar. I'm a little surprised that Pakistan opted to bat first here.
I think it suits their strength, which is bowling second. Whatever success they have had against the Windies women has been bowling second. So it definitely suits their game plan. But they definitely have to put a board on, to a defendable score on the board to make it count.
Another short delivery. So these are persisting with their plan of bowling short. And with that delivery, it's the end of the 14th over. Pakistan women are 52 for 3. It would be a crucial partnership for Pakistan if they are to post a good fighting total here. Niradar, as we all know, she can score quickly, but all she needs to do right now is to support Sidra Amin, get her flow in, and then she can move on with the game. Still 36 overs to play. And we lost a run up here. A fuller delivery, played with confidence. Sidra Amin has looked a different player. She has been at ease. We saw some of the pulls right in front of the square of the wicket. It's never easy when the ball is coming at pace. Another fuller delivery here.
Shanella Henry is bowling a very tight line, keeping it close to the stumps and not giving her any room at all. Now it will be up to Sidra to show her class and manipulate the ball through the gaps and keep the scoreboard rotating.
If we can talk about the first one-day international that was played at the Dubai International Stadium, West Indies were 28 for 1 in the first 14 overs. And even Pakistan had a slow start. This one has been called the wide, and they didn't like it probably, but it was always going away from the wide mark.
As you can see, Nabil, there is consistent outswing out there due to the stiff breeze across the ground, and the Windies women bowlers are using it very nicely to get some shape on the ball. So it will be quite challenging for the Pakistan women to keep it at bay.
Another good delivery. This one as to the third man. A boundary, a single for Sidra Amin. Here's the match summary from the first ODI. Windies posted 216 for 5 in their 50 overs. Deandra Doughton scored 96. She was unlucky not to complete her deserving century. Stephanie Taylor with a 58-run knock. Kainat Imtiaz took 3 wickets, whereas Sana Mir took only 1 wicket. Naida Khan and Javedia Khan scored 23 and 21 respectively, while the ex-spinner Afi Fletcher and Deandra Doughton took 3 wickets apiece. Oh, there was a run-out opportunity, but the keeper spilled it. A lucky ladder for Nidada. Confusion in the middle right out there. Pakistan cannot afford to lose any more wickets here.
Yes, no, maybe from the Pakistan women, and that could have been a very huge error and producing a run-out, but thankfully all's well that ends well.
Clearly, Nidada is under pressure. She's the senior batter here. 59 innings, 768 runs for her. A good delivery. Came in and left her. And Nida had no answer to it. With that beautiful delivery, it's the end of the 15th over. Pakistan women 54 for 3. And with that, we have the first drinks break of the match. Players would rehydrate themselves. Probably Pakistan have lost 1 wicket war. They would have liked a score of 54 for 1 or maybe 2. But I think the dismissal of Bisma Maroof, that was a big loss. We have a drinks break once the play resumes.
Now Pakistan will have to be careful here that they keep their concentration after the drinks break. Many times we've seen that immediately when you return after a break, there is a loss of wicket or there is a loose shot played. So the Pakistan women will have to really concentrate hard on the next hour and see off the very incisive bowling West Indies bowling, who are getting the ball to move off the wicket and in the air. So it will be quite a challenge to battle through that and post a good total of about 220, 230. I think would be a very fighting score on this wicket with Pakistan's bowling second, and they tried bowling with Sanamir and Nida Dar and everybody else. But for that stage, we definitely need a long partnership between Sidra Amin and Nida Dar.
Well, let's see what's the message has been sent across. Since it's a drinks break, the strategy could be reviewed as well. Pakistan have lost 3 wickets. I think this Pakistan batting lineup revolves around mainly Bismar Maroof and Javeria Khan. Both are now back in the pavilion. So the responsibility is now even more bigger on Nida Dar, because she is the senior player in the side. Sidra Amin has played well. There is still to come Kainat Imtiaz and Alia Riyaz. So there is a bit of batting left.
And Nida Dar is in fine batting form, as we saw in the 30-20 in Karachi. So there's definitely optimism about her batting, and hopefully she can support Sidra and carry the innings with her.
The action is about to resume. Here's West Indies bowling card. Shakira Salman gave away 16 runs in her 6 overs with a wicket to her name, and wicket each for Shamilia Connell and Deandra Totten. While Shannon Henry has bowled 2 overs and conceded 6 runs. So pace up front from the Windies here.
Yes, as we can see, they're getting movement in the air and off the pitch, so it's wise for the Windies to stick to their seam bowling attack, and Pakistan will have to work out a game plan to attack them and get runs off them. Otherwise, if they keep building pressure like that, it's just a matter of time before another wicket goes down.
Yes, Sidra taking guard, asking for the middle stump. Could be quite tricky because the ball will come in from this end with the breeze blowing across. A wide delivery and rightly given by the umpire.
Deandra seems to be attacking at that back of length quite hard, hitting the pitch well. And I think that she has figured out a game plan, that this is where the Pakistan women batsmen tend to struggle. They prefer to play off the front foot, so she's attacking them on the back foot and making them play unorthodox, unfamiliar shots.
It's not easy when the pitch is helping the seamers and then you have 4 seamers bowling at you. It allows Stefani to develop a bowling attack as well, keep the bowlers fresh as well. The Windies have the luxury of having at least a good 4 all-rounders in their side. With Deandra Totten and Stefani Taylor herself, we have seen that the likes of Nation, Henry, Shemaine Campbell.
Yes,
Effie Fletcher was pretty impressive, the leg spinner in the previous match.
Very impressive, definitely.
Short delivery and it was pulled with disdain. So brilliant shot from Sidra Amin.
That time she premeditated it. It's going to be back of length again and attacked it straight away. Beautiful shot by Sidra Amin. Goes through mid wicket for 4.
That's the sort of time she has pulled towards mid wicket. And we have seen right from the word go, she has pulled well. Looked a good player. Square of the side. Totten runs in. This time a much fuller delivery came back in.
That is absolutely the way to go in one-day cricket. You get your boundary and then you immediately get off strike, keep the scoreboard going along, and do not face any pressure from the bowler. Just get to the other end.
Sidra is on now 37 while Nida is yet to get off the mark. Fuller delivery. A lucky edge for Nida, but at least now she has opened her account and that would give her confidence.
Very intelligent bowling from Doughton. You can see she pitched that ball up. She saw Nida Dar was watching her bowl back of the length throughout the over. Then immediately the first ball she pitched it up. Nida Dar was camping on the back foot. She went for the drive and luckily the edge just flew away. Otherwise it could have been quite hazardous.
Doughton to Sidra. A Fuller delivery. That has resulted in the single. And with that single, it's the end of the 16th over. Pakistan women 62 for 3. The team must continue to bowl in tandem. A good delivery played on the front foot. Sidra is at ease out there. Probably this could be a breakaway opportunity where she can certainly tell that she is well capable of playing the side. She has a good opportunity. And she takes full advantage of a wide delivery and cuts it away for 4.
Lovely shot by Sidra once again. She's been really confident of that back foot, really been cutting well, and it will take that to attack these tall West Indian women. Great batting.
Another short delivery, this time played off the back foot. No run here. Of the 66 runs, Sidra has 42. That one moved again. So she's persisting with that line. The ball is moving away well.
Henry has bowled quite well in her 3 overs so far. She's asking a lot of questions from the batsman. And as for Sidra, she's close to a milestone. This could be her second 50 in international ODIs. So
the run rate is pretty healthy, 3.92. It's not that bad given Pakistan have lost 3 wickets. They need to buy their time out in the middle. It's the end of the 17th over. Pakistan women 66 for 3.
yeah, the run rate at 3.86 is quite manageable at this stage considering the wickets that have fallen. But the key will be to just stick at this and keep going, build a partnership so that they can attack in the maybe last 8 to 10 overs, try to get a score of around 220, 230. I think that score will definitely be a defendable one for Pakistan women.
Alia Reyes, Kainat Imtiaz, Sana Mir. They are still back in the pavilion, so there is batting left for Pakistan. Good delivery from Doughton. She's hitting the deck really hard and the ball is seaming around for her.
It's been an all-seam attack from the Windies women so far. It will be interesting when they turn to spin, but so far it seems to be working well for them as the pitch has offered something for the seam bowlers. And so far, Pakistani batswomen have struggled.
Nita is preferring to play on the back foot. Her wicket would be key now with Javeri and Bisma already back in the pavilion, because she is someone who can hit big shots as well and can hurt the Windies attack. Short delivery, cut away to the point boundary. And that's a 4. That's what Nida Dar can do.
Brilliant shot, just rocked back and smacked it through cover point and timed it beautifully. That's a brilliant shot from Nida Dar. Looks like she is in full flow already, and good signs for Pakistan.
That's what Nida can do. All she needs to do right now is to buy time in the middle, and the runs will come because naturally she's an attacking batter.
Looking secure out there on the front foot. It's funny how one boundary can really change your confidence and your mentality, and so far she's looking very good. And Sidra will be also quite pleased to see that her partner is looking quite solid.
And definitely she needs support from the other end. So far it's been Sidra Amin's show. Well, she hasn't got the support she would have liked from her partners. Another quick delivery. And that's the one for the over.
I like the way Doughton approaches her cricket. It's attacking all the way through, either with the bat or with the ball. She will either be looking for wickets or looking for boundaries. And that's the kind of attitude you need in a winning side. And if you have a star all-rounder who can do that, it's definitely a big boost for the Windies women.
Yeah, that will certainly lift the spirits. You have someone who is a driving force, either with the bat or with the ball. A decent over for Pakistan. Here's the head-to-head captaincy record. Stephanie Taylor has led in 31 matches with 14 wins and 16 losses under her belt. 1 no result, whereas Bisma 8 matches, 6 won and 2 lost.
Early days for Bisma Maroof in her captaincy just yet, but so far very encouraging signs, and she's managing and captaining the side very well.
And she's going through a transition phase with Sanhamir leaving the captaincy, and I think it will take some time for her to take charge properly, but I think it has been a good shift as far as the captaincy is concerned, because Bisma is someone who will lead from the front. She's a good batter, she bowls well. Well, there is a change in the bowling. Stephanie Taylor will bowl herself, and there would be a change in the commentary box as well. You will be joined by K. Asif, Marina Iqbal and Abid Ibrahim.
Well, thank you very much, Nabil Hashmi and Ahmed. And the good news for the Pakistan, Sidra Amin is still there, not out on 46. And well, as before this spell, we were discussing with Marina and Abed that today Sidra is in good touch.
Well, that would be the last thing I would like to see Sidra getting run out. Because she's nowhere getting out today, because she's batting brilliantly.
Yes, Sidra has been calm and composed with her approach, and she knows her role right now. It's the innings that has to be built around her, because she's been out there for a while now. Nida Dar, on the other hand, she can change her roles, playing steadily and then being explosive. But right now, this partnership is yet again important for Pakistan.
Did you mark my words, Marina, there?
Yes, I did. You've been lucky for the players you appreciated, like Cornwall before and now Sidra. Let's see.
Well, as we were talking about the partnerships, as we have watched that Bisma was there, but now Bisma sitting inside the pavilion, so it's not good news for Pakistan, because Sidra was very good with the Bisma, and now all the responsibility on the Dar as well, because if she's supporting well to Amin.
Yeah, for me, I think Bisma just got a little bit of double-minded as to leave it or play it, and that's when she got the edge. And luckily, it was taken. Not lucky for Bisma, but for the West Indies, as they dropped early to area.
End of the over number 19. A score boost to 77 for the loss of 3 wickets. And Sidra Amin batting on 48 alongside Nedadar on 6. So the partnership moves on 25. So the run rate at the moment which is achieved is 4.1. I'm impressed with the Pakistan batting, the way they are batting at the moment. Things looks easier for them.
They were after run scoring right from the word go. Confirmation West Indies bowling. Well, they've been brilliant up the order. Salman and Cornwall, then Dendra, Doughton. 3 wickets, 1 wicket to 3 of them. Have been consistent, but yeah, Stephanie Taylor and Henry then just giving a hand to them.
Look at the figures: 6 overs, 16 runs for Salman and Cornell, 17 in 5 overs. Very good bowling so far, and that's why, yes, 4 runs in an over, good average. And if they're playing with in next 5-10 overs with this, and then in last 10 overs they would go for the acceleration, I think would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think they should now stop these boundaries, focusing about the boundaries and all, and they need to focus on the 1s or 2s, or even just spend a time on a wicket for some time. And more importantly, somebody need to give a hand to Sidra Amin here. I think Nida Dar can do that role, because she can hit away the boundaries as well to ease the pressure from Sidra Amin.
Nida has been a sublime form for quite a few months now. She was brilliant in the World Cup T20, but that's a different format.
Good cricket, as Abid was discussing, to rotate the strike and take 1 and 2s.
Yes, that's what is a key in our cricketing world. You need to rotate the strike and continuously keep the scoreboard ticking. That's down the leg side and gone. That's the 50 coming up for the Sidra Amin. Well played here.
Well, tremendous knock. The way she started, tremendous effort. Excellent knock by her.
Well, the way she started, she really capitalized on the start she got, and well deserved 50 right there. Calm and composed, never looked in any doubt or uncomfortable out there. Well deserved 50 for Sidra Amin. That is what exactly Pakistan needs out there from her, from their top order, to click on the right moments.
Well, I think the job is not done yet. You need to focus and start the second inning from here. So go for a big one. You have a time, a lovely delivery there, shipping in sharply.
Well, it was a flighted one, and the way it came in, perfect line, perfect delivery. And if you could watch a replay for that ball, and when you come in, F. Fletcher, the way she bowled in last match, tremendously. So 20 overs gone now, 81 for 3.
अभी वो पिछला वो चलाएगा, पिछले मैच का इंजरीज वगैरह वो बात कर अभी वो चलाएगा इसे.
Sidra Amin spatting on 50 after facing 71 deliveries. Yes, this is what even the strike rate is. But mix up between the batters, but it's all okay. good calling in the end.
Yeah, Doughton there, you cannot take her on because she is spot on with the ground fielding, the covering and the throw.
Yes, you were mentioning yourself being in there. And
this time, good running between the wicket there. Yes, there's a fielder standing with the square leg umpire. Good call, good running, good sprint.
Good cricket all round by these two, drop and run, and then utilizing the bat deliveries.
Swept away, brilliantly put on. That's a boundary there. A cracking shot, that's a good judgment, lovely timing.
Yes, you see, you could. There is no fielder outside the circle on the boundary there, and the fielder was standing behind their square leg umpire. Good shot, proper timing.
The main attributes, I think, of Sidra Amin's inning is that she stick to the strengths she has. She never chased anything outside off stump. She knew when the ball was coming in or it was a little bit straight. She played her shots, and that's the main thing you have to do in ODI. Play to your strength, and then when the time is right, you can lose your screws and then hit out.
Like, I'm surprised the way they played this sweep shot. That shows how confident she is at the moment. She is watching ball like a football at the moment. I mean, she's enjoying every bit of it.
Once again, she went for the sweep and swept nicely. Got a couple there. Two more added into the total. So good over so far for the Pakistan.
Nida Dar loves to sweep, and we call her Sweepula because she can sweep to fast bowlers or any bowler she can take on any day.
Yeah, Pakistan have in a man team also a skipper of Pakistan, Sarfraz Ahmed, who also sweeps the fast bowlers. I mean, you need to have a majestic timing for that. It is not an easy to sweep a fast bowler. And talking about Sarfraz Ahmed, he sweeps away a bowler who bowls at 140. I mean, that's not an easy thing.
Yeah, he did swept Stark as well. That was amazing. You need a perfect hand-eye coordination for that.
So 22nd over. What's gonna be start now? And started well with a dot delivery. So now all the responsibility on Dar to support Sidra Amin, and this is the time Sidra Amin could get a tremendous 100 as well if she concentrates and show some passion. Oh, look at that shot. She was trying to left before, but on the last moment chipped and got couple.
Lucky didn't chop it on, but yeah, just managed to get the wood and a couple of runs there. I think this pair needs to go on for like 30 to 35 overs, building up a partnership around the run rate of 4.5 to 5 runs, and then in the last 15 overs they can take on and hit boundaries.
Marina, when you say that a lot of 2020 games made the girls here, the batter, a little too eager to chase every ball here. The dismissal of Bisma Maroof was similar to that because she was trying to play and then trying to leave at the same time. This is gone for 4 runs again.
Well, excellent piece of timing there. Look at that shot. It was spinning away, and with the perfect timing, she got the boundary.
What a timing she has. I mean, all she's relying on her timing. She's timing it beautifully. What a shot that was.
This is what you spend time on the track, understand that bowlers are trying to do, understand that where fielders are lacking, you could get results. And look, Sidra Amin moving on 61.
Well, as a batter, I think yeah, that's a brilliant shot and brilliant piece of timing straight down the ground. Sidra Amin yet again finding the middle of the bat. A full toss, put away rightly so.
Stand and deliver. What a shot that is. No movement of a feet much, just flicking it away. Brilliant.
Back-to-back boundaries for Pakistan. Pressure on the fielding side now.
I think there is something has to do with the track because the spinners are getting leagued by runs here. I mean, that's not the case in Dubai International Stadium, but here the spinners are getting picked up easily.
Yeah, I think early on when we were discussing the pitch, there wasn't much spin on the track to be allowed so, and I think that we can see the spinners are struggling a little bit. But that was a full toss, and the best thing I loved about Sidra Amin was the straight bat. She didn't went across the line, she hit it down the ground, and that's a beautiful thing to watch. So the lowest team totals of Pakistan against West Indies was in Dubai, 70 all out. And well, that's a different story. I think that Pakistan has worked on their intention of batting today, and it seems like they're on to right course. The second was also by Pakistan, 82 in 2011, and then 4th and 7th again 2011. That year was a little bit drastic for Pakistan.
Do remember, for the man team, we got out on 43 against Windies, so it's better result.
So it says the old story that Pakistan has been in both the teams struggling, having the records of lowest as well. Marina, was you part of any of these lowest totals?
Yes,
I was in 2011.
22 overs gone, guys. 99 for 3.
Well, at that moment, Anisa Mohammed was a nightmare for us on the turning track, and boy, she just mangled up us.
Yes, now that is the highest team total, and we can see Pakistan there as well.
Well, today we do have a chance if we could go and cross 225, because you could see it's the gross isolate in 2015 and 16. We got 225 for 4. Today, Sidra is there, Neda is there. They're well settled now. They have a good chance that to go till end.
Yes, with this partnership, both are looking very composed and positive. Yet again, the intention for scoring runs was right from the word go, and that is what made the difference today in the batting lineup for Pakistan.
Marina, say hi to your viewers.
She was trying to go across the line, and Marina, she was talking about that she was Sidra Amin is sorry, that was Nida Da. So when you're going against the line, you could get trouble.
Swept hard. That sweeper for Pakistan. Yes, with Taylor, the thing is that she likes to fire it in. So you have to be very careful with the line of ball. Nida just trying to work it too early, closing the face of the bat, and lucky that edge didn't carry to Taylor.
Yeah. Did you notice she just changed the topic about lowest totals in 2011?
Well, now, I mean, good captaincy that you got a couple of boundaries when you were playing sweep shots. Now there's a feeder. And deep square leg, 2 singles there.
Pakistan passed 100 runs with 3 wickets down, which is brilliant. Comparing day before yesterday, they have come hardly.
Well, look at the run rate, 4.46. It's very good, and for the early 20-25 overs, as Marina was talking about, for the last 5-10 overs, you're 7 wickets. It's a good cricket, very good cricket.
Brilliant by Nida, sweeping and then realizing that the line was different, dropping it and running hard for that single. These are kind of the things that put pressure on the opposition. They know that if there's a good length ball, they can take single. You bowl a bad ball, you're put away for boundary, and they need some thinking to do right now.
See, what I think is that between so we passed 23 overs now, 102 runs on a board after 3 wickets down. The 50 runs partnership comes up for Pakistan women's as well. A good partnership at last.
Definitely good partnership, but they need to carry on it, and that's now the stage they need to capitalize to get a good decent total to defend. But yes, positive signs for Pakistani batting lineup. These two are mature enough to carry on till deep into the innings, and then they can allow your hitters to go out and have a go.
Good effort by Nida Dar, and Sidra Amin not out on 66. 81 deliveries she has faced. Taylor continues, and this time she was trying to go for the...
Fletcher.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. It's Fletcher. And just for a single. So starting off with the single.
Yeah, that's good. That's brilliant by the batters. Talking about Fletcher, she has been a good leg spinner for West Indies. And if I talk personally, I like to see leg spinners in shorter formats. They can bring so many tricks that they have up their sleeve to the deck. And they've always have a chance of getting a wicket, a breakthrough for the opposition.
Yeah, you always need to play someone who can take a ball away from you. A left arm spinner or the leggy, as we were talking yesterday about it. Your team is incomplete if you don't have one of those. So you need to have, and they can get you wickets any day.
That's right, and the good thing is that now she's not bowling with a slap. Yes, you have 3 fielders, 4 fielders on the offside. Straight to the point this time. Dottin was standing there, and she's so active.
Oh, she's a superwoman. I can't say enough of that. But yeah, talking about Fletcher, she has a good googly also. I haven't seen much of a big turn of the ball till now, but yeah, definitely something that Abid and I mentioned.
Marina, good running this time. Look, they got couple.
Yeah, that's clean and clear running, and it's really important as batter to know your zone and your strengths. So after 24 overs, Pakistan is 105 for the loss of 3.
See, what happens when you bat along to each other a lot and you can see your partner struggling? So then you, as being a senior, or you are better than your partner in playing in terms of spinner or leggy or off spinner, you need to take a charge there. Do not let your partner to face it a lot. So that's, I think, should be done today as well. Sidra, I think she can play anything coming on her way.
Well, the important thing is that, as Marina was pointing out, that she was playing with a straight bat, didn't go against the line, just used the pace of the bowler, and she was so good with her drives, on drives, off drives, when she was cutting nicely. So superb batting.
Swept hard, and there'll be another 4 runs for Sidra Amin down the line, I think. Yes, that's certain 4 runs. Taylor struggling with her line, and Sidra Amin getting the balls in her strength areas.
See, what is happening here, that the skipper of West Indies is trying to get Sidra out, and she's bowling at wicket to wicket, and she's putting a lot of stress, using sometimes her shoulders just to get rid of it. Look at that. By doing that, it was bowled on the onside a lot. Easy. Those are the sweep shots again.
And back-to-back sweep shots and back-to-back boundaries for Pakistan. Excellent batting.
Brilliant batting by Sidra. She knows that these are the loose ones and you need to capitalize on it. But Taylor, I think this plan is not working for her. All she's doing is just giving free balls to Sidra Amin in her strength areas, and boy, she's utilizing it.
I think what she's trying, that she should come around the wicket for doing that, what she's trying to do.
Well, I think that whenever you're bowling on the legs, and especially when you're a leggy, you're missing your line. You would have to keep your line on the offside, on the, and you should go for the googlies as well.
She's an off spinner, and she needs to come around the wicket. What she's targeting is a wicket. And I think the end she is using also is not helping her, because she's bowling against the wind as well.
Even then, if you're off spinner, let me correct myself, don't go on the leg. And look at that, it's a bad delivery and got the punishment. 3rd boundary of the over. Excellent batting.
My, what a over it has turned out to be for Pakistan, and Sidra Amin making use of it completely.
Yes, Taylor just again firing in and missing the trick, but not Sidra Amin. She knows that she's got the free hit sort of, and that's just make sure that connects and that runs away, because the outfield is very fast. 3 boundaries and 1 ball to go.
She's still not coming round the wicket. This is better, but missed it. We'll get 1 only to end the over. After 25 overs, the score moves to 119 for the loss of 3 wickets. Sidra Amin batting on 81.
Well, if you could see the recent timeline, it's duck, then 2, then 1, 4, 4, 0, 4, 1. So plenty of runs. 13, 14, 15 and 17 runs. I mean, it's very good for Pakistan. 81, Sidra Amin, she's not out.
He's talking about 3 boundaries in the previous over. Dot balls were there, but 3 bad deliveries and your whole over is ruined. So you need to have a plan as a bowler, as a team, as a fielding side, in what areas you need to study the batter to bowl. Yet again down the leg side, and I think she made a good connection. Will run away for 4. Windies off the track right now.
This time it's Nidadar.
Yes, that's right. And if you could see 4 boundaries, if all of them are on the legs and the fine leg area, it means that look at that shot.
I beg your pardon, it's Sidra Amin.
Yeah, Sidra on 85 now.
Well, I think what's happening here is that they're not getting any turn from the wicket, so they're probably trying to bowl way too straight and are ending up on the leg side. But Pakistanis are very strong on the leg side, or any team. I think that's a free hit for them.
That's a full toss delivery, played it straight, but and batter will get 1 only. What I think is that when you don't get things right and the pitch is not supporting you as a spinner, and myself is being a spinner, so what you need to do is try to create an angles. So those angles will help you. So what West Indian women are doing, they're not even creating the angles.
It was a full toss delivery, play towards square leg, and good running between the wicket. Yes, got couple more.
Another full toss. West Indies bowlers are struggling. Nidadar would probably liked it to go all the way to the boundary, but lucky enough for the West Indies, it was cut down to 2. I think that probably they need to have a clear plan, get together and know. Well, that's a shout, a close shout, but luckily Nidadar survived.
Very close. Would have to see in the replay.
I think that was pitching away. I think that impact was also not there. So I think it was not out and rightly called by the umpire.
Yes, with this 26 overs gone now, 126, Pakistan for 3.
Look, when one batter does the contribution, the other small contributions does count. So now what Sidra Amin have done, let's talk about bowling figures at the moment. Not an ideal figures for Affy Fletcher and Stephanie Taylor there. They have been conceded a lot of runs there, the spinners especially, but Shakira Salman has been phenomenal.
Yeah, all the hard work done by the bowlers are now just losing the grip, West Indies. And you've seen that to the fall of the wickets. It's Naida on 15, and then Jubairi on 29, Bisma on 53, and now this partnership is turning around to be perfect. Right moment, right time for Pakistan.
Yeah, 74 runs partnership, Marina?
Yeah, that's what they want out there against West Indies. If you want to build a good total and put them under pressure, this is exactly what you need.
As we have seen that 225 is the highest score against the Windies. So today is the chance that if we could go more than 225. She's coming up with flight deliveries and a good technique by Sidra Amin. There is no need to go across the line.
A change in bowling now. Anisa Mohammed is on, the nightmare we were talking about, but not anymore, I guess. Pakistan batters have moved on from that. She's a brilliant bowler, no doubt about it. Has played more than 100 ODIs. I think, if I'm not wrong, it's 102nd ODI for her.
Well, right now, at the moment, Sidra need to forget about everything and focus for about 100. She's just 11 runs away. She's 14 runs away from 100.
That was... it could be single there if Dar is quick.
They've built up a good run rate now, and all they need to do is make sure that they don't fall behind it, because now they've got the momentum, they've settled down, both of the batters, and now they need to accelerate rather than just being more cautious and of the new bowlers.
It's over ending so quickly. 27 overs are passed now. 126 runs on the board for the loss of 3 wickets. Sidra cruising towards 100, and that would be historic here if he makes 100 here, because none of our partners have crossed the 20 runs or 30 runs mark so far.
Yes, Sidra, eyeing her maiden 100, and that would be a brilliant mark for her and also for Pakistan. The target they had in mind, they need 1 or 2 main batters to click for them. Anisa Mohammed right up there, rank 21 in the ICC Championship bowling rankings with 495 ratings. She's been exceptional for West Indies.
Stephanie Taylor at number 10 ICC ranking, but I think today she's struggling with the length and line as well, especially with the line. That's a leg spin delivery.
A little fumble and Doughton this time there, and mostly you won't expect this sort of fielding from Doughton. She's so aggressive, she's so quick, she's clever. Good cricketer.
Yeah, rare miss from Doughton.
Full toss delivery and driven towards long off just for a single. So she's batting nicely. Moved on 86 now.
Fletcher, I feel that hasn't found her rhythm till now. She's been bowling a lot of full tosses, and she's been a good, consistent bowler for West Indies, but today that's a different story.
Well, this time if you see that Dar, she was trying to hit over extra cover, but didn't go perfectly.
Isn't it looking a lot of fuller length deliveries and full tosses being bowled today?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, especially by Fletcher.
Good shot this time, swept away for the 4 runs. Excellent piece of timing.
Yeah, Fletcher's all over the ground till now with the bowling. She's been consistent, but not now. Nida Dar just sensing that that's a boundary option and goes for it. A brilliant shot, brilliant connection, and founds the gap.
Superbly swept away. Nicely timed it and watched the bowl till the last moment. That's what they need to do. And most of the runs are coming from sweep shots. So that says that there is not much assist from the wicket, but they need to stick with their line and length as well. This one is played with a straight bat and dot bowl to end the over with. We are past 28 overs. Joining us, Chavi, Butt and Kamran. It's time for us to leave the comm box. It's all for you, Chavi.
Thank you, Abid. Well, things have turned around here for Pakistan. 132 for 328 overs have gone past. And with me in the comm box is Kamran. Welcome back, Kamran.
Thank you, Chanvi. And another quick single taken by the batters. Yeah, I must say, what a fight back by Pakistan. And the team management went with the aggressive decision of batting first. Lost 3 wickets at 52, especially the experienced Javeria and Bisma. Up in the air, and that's out of the park. Full toss. She came out of the crease, expecting for the ball to be good length, but she was gifted with a half full toss, and she just went ahead with the shot, and a good shot by Nida.
A fantastic shot that going all the way out there. Timed it well. Much better delivery that from the leg spinner Anisa Mohammed. She'll be the crucial one. Her 10 overs are going to be something to look forward to. The Windies end. So world-class bowler. And Windies seem to be a little out of their game today. A couple of misfields we've seen through the course of the innings. And 140 mark Pakistan women have touched, taking the decision to bat first today.
And the most commendable thing by Pakistan batter is the level of confidence and control they have played this innings. Again, nicely played on the mid wicket and taken another single.
So that'll be the end of the over as well. 29 gone. It's 1-4-1 for 3.
Yes, Chanvi, and as much we praise this innings by Sidra Amin, that would be less. An exceptional innings she has played. So if you can see most 5-wicket hauls in ODIs that have been taken, Anisa Mohammed has most 5-wicket hauls. So she is the leading bowler. Then the slews of South Africa, Grant Brandt, England, with 4 each.
And a change in bowling. Deandra Doughton comes back into the attack. Short of length and cut away. She's looked good, Sidra Amin, right from the start. Steadied up the innings, though she did realize that the 3 wickets fell on the other end. She would have wanted a partnership early on rather than later. However, it's never too late. She touches the 90 mark of 107 deliveries. Played some exceptional shots around the ground.
Yeah, especially she was pretty good on the short pitch deliveries.
Better delivery that just in the block hole there, Yorker length.
Sidra Amin, hailing from Lahore, made her debut in 2011 against Sri Lanka, and she has been not that much regular of Pakistan side. She has been in and out, and she has played only 26 matches. And before this match, she had only made 50 plus score only once, wrapped on the pads, but clearly sliding down the leg side. So Chanvi, this is also her highest score in ODI. Before that, she had only one score of 50 plus. That's what's 52.
And she's looked steady. She's looked good today, in control of her game. She will be looking to cross the. She would want to make her maiden 100 today, and well, we hope and all the luck to her that she does so. Pitch short of length, that delivery. We were talking about the pitch and how it's going to change the shape as we see the moisture has dried out now. The ball's coming nicely onto the bat, and this will be the later overs where the runs will get built up. It'll be interesting to see what score does Pakistan end up with. They would want to look at something over 100, 230, 240. That'll be something that'll be defendable on this ground. However, there's a high chasing ground. Those batting second have successfully in the past, it's been proven that they have constantly gone forward. 143 is the 30th over that we're in. A constant run rate being maintained by Pakistan at 4.8 and over.
Yeah, and the partnership has swelled to 91 runs as well. It's a very crucial partnership, the kind of foundation any team innings require.
And this is what you need at this stage of the game. You require these runs to come in and partnership to go building on. So that'll be the end of the over as well. 30 gone, 144 for 3.
So Sidra into the nervous 90s, so to say. So we will have to see. So 30 overs have been completed, and by the convention they say that teams usually double the score whatever they compile at 30. So from that angle, if we look at Pakistan's score of 144, they are well on course for something around 280.
Yes, of course, that would be something that they would be looking at. Another 20 overs to go by, and they would be looking to put probably another 100 runs on board quite easily. 100, 120 runs on board put Pakistan in a very, very strong position. They've done well.
This is what one good innings at the top do to the whole team, and this innings by Sidra Amin has put Windies on the back foot a bit, and now they must be looking to save some runs, because it's lightning fast outfield. Any shot that clears the fielders, it's very tough to. She comes down the track, meets the ball full, and just drives it too long on for another single.
What's going to be essential here is this partnership. It's already worth 94 runs, and they will have to ensure that they keep going on all the way to the end. Slightly short of length, that delivery. Anisa Mohammed taking those variations. She will have to work around the variations. The Windies, smart bowling change here, I think, by Stephanie Taylor to bring in Anisa Mohammed. Probably she should have been brought in a little earlier, I reckon.
Yeah, I think the discussion that we were having earlier as well, I think the Windies, Captain Windies side missed the plot as well by Connell bowling Connell and Fletcher from the wrong ends. I think if they were brought from the nets end, the opposite ends, they bowled from the football field end, they would have been more effective.
Yeah, perhaps sometimes the ends make the difference as well. For the bowlers to use the surface well, there are a couple of patches there useful for a couple of bowlers. Good over that for the Windies, just a couple of runs from it. 31 gone, 147 for 3.
A very solid base has been laid for Pakistan. 19 overs more to go, with the top order batsmen in the 90s nearing 100, and with a couple of hitters in form of Kainat Imtiaz and Alia Riaz still to bat. Pakistan looks to be on course for a good at least 275, 280 total here.
Huge shout, and probably getting wrapped on the legs there, Sidra Amin, in this situation. Nedadar wanting the 2 was sent back, and the umpire not interested. I think the ball was just going down leg on that instance.
Yeah, we will have to have a look at it in the replay. So it was probably because the gesture that the umpire made, it was sliding down the leg side. But Sidra must have her heart in her mouth. On 93, it's not a good time to have.
That's a good single, and a direct hit would have put Nidadar in a little bit of trouble. But good legs there, and they've run really well between the wickets, these two. Now the partnership worth 97. Sidra Amin on 94, Nidadar 32. And yes, if we look at that replay, the ball is going down the leg side. Missing leg stump, and a good decision from the umpire. Again, that short of length delivery, I think what Dottin is trying to get that bounce off the turf. But I
don't know if it is the reverse swing or the conventional, but the ball seems to have started to tail in a bit. And it's or maybe the natural angle of Dottin, that she's bringing the ball into the batsman.
I think it's a bit of both. The turf as well has. That's a good shot. It's well played there by Sidra Amin.
And
it's the behavior of the turf as well, Kamran. It will tape in, like you said, that the ball will move in a little bit to the right-handers.
Yeah, it's the 32nd over of the innings, and the length that Doughton is trying to bowl, it looks like she is looking for some reverse here. Again, it moved in a bit, and around on the leg stump, she just tucked it on the square leg region and scored another single.
A lot of runs in that area, the fine leg and backward square leg region for Sidra Amin today. Everything that has come down the leg side, she's played comfortably. A couple of boundaries we saw as well, down square leg. Very strong she is in that region. And what these two have done very well, they've played tactically well with the fielders, kept them busy, have had they've kept the fielders busy. It's 30 to gone, 151 for 3 for Pakistan, and the players will take drinks. Fantastic weathers here at the ICC Academy Oval at Dubai. It's nice and sunny with a light breeze blowing across the ground, and both the teams take this opportunity to come by, recoup, just have a quick chat on what they should be doing next. Where Windies will be looking in to break the partnership. They do realize how essential it is at this stage for them to pick up a couple of wickets. They do want to keep, they would like to contain the runs that are coming in. Pakistan, on the other hand, will be looking to capitalize and probably would wait a couple of overs, maybe until the 40 over mark. And then the last 10 overs, they would want to go ahead and attack. That's the batting card for Pakistan. Sidra Amin right on top, leading from the front here today. 95 or 117. Nahida Khan couldn't make it for too long. She was out for 3 of just 8 deliveries. Good flighted delivery. It's a good strategy here from the Pakistani women. And the partnership of 100 comes along for these two. Sidra Amin 95, Nidadar 34.
Yeah, an excellent partnership for the fourth wicket by these two when the third wicket fell at 52 in the 14th over. So they have compiled their runs in a pretty good time as well. Anisa Mohammed continuing, and Anisa has been around like for ages at this level. She made her debut back in 2003 at the age of 15 at that time. Good shot. Played pretty late, waited for the ball, and won another single by Sidra Amin.
And that's a trick with the leg spinners, Kamran. How late you play the ball's going to move away. You're a right-hander, the ball's going to move away from you. Played late, played fine. Get it through that gap between the backward point and the third man region. Played well. And a good piece of fielding as well. But while the singles are coming, and that might trouble the Windies. Usually what happens, Kamran, in games of this sort is, singles, they trouble the fielders, they keep the fielders busy as well. You see the game is moving along. And that's what Pakistan would want. They would want to keep the singles ticking. It's played well, challenging, and a direct hit there. And Sidra Amin, that was not required. She was 4 away. She was just 4 away from her maiden century. But nonetheless, well played, Sidra Amin. You have built a base for your side. And, well, this is just something that she wouldn't have wanted. And a direct hit there from Stephanie Taylor. And with the Windies, they've got their person. They've got their lady there.
So close, yet too far. Sidra Amin, an excellent innings, laid the foundation, and I think she got a bit edgy about getting out of those nervous 90s. Went for a run which was not really there, and in the end the fielder reached to the ball much quicker than she anticipated, and direct hit. The only chance she really had was if the fielder had missed the stumps. That did not happen. And Anisa Mohammed with an accurate, very accurate and fast throw ran Sidra Amin out. So a partnership of 102 comes to an end, but regardless of how it ended, but it was a very good partnership that may just change the course of this game.
Kamran, I think this might be the turning point. We were just looking for a good total up ahead. Now it's going to be on Nidadar and Alia Riaz. I think Nidadar will be the one on the leading front to carry things off where Sidra Amin left off. 154 for 4. 33 overs have gone by. And Alia Riaz is the new batter that's in
Alia
for Pakistan.
Riaz has played 16 innings with the average of 13 and a strike rate of 50. She is known to be a power hitter in this lineup. Let's see how she fares, because looks like after 1 over Doughton has been removed and Effie Fletcher is coming back to bowl from the football field end.
It's a good decision here from the skipper, Stephanie Taylor. You have a new batsman in, bring your spinners back on. And, well, that's played nice and fine by Alia Riaz. And yes, that's going to reach the boundary as well. So the boundary to start off, and she gets off the mark right away.
A very good, confident start by Alia Riaz. And bisected the gap perfectly. The good thing about this innings is that the run rate has been pretty consistent around 4.7 mark. Flighting it a bit more, enticing the batsman to go for booming drive, trying to purchase another wicket here. She was bowling with only 2 fielders outside the circle. Now she has moved long off and long on out. So definitely Stephanie Taylor sensing a bit of an opportunity here, and if she can take 1 or 2 more wickets here, that may just take the sting out of this Pakistan fight back.
Nicely flighting the delivery in the air, Fee Fletcher. It's going to be a challenge here for the spinners. It's going to be key the next few overs to come in the 34th over. The next 6 overs are going to be very crucial for the Windies to see what sort of pressure they're able to add on to the batting lineup of Pakistan. And nice touch and well played by Nida Dar. Just a soft hand and a quick single taken to the end to end the over. 34 gone. It's 160 for 4.
"16 overs to go, and Pakistan score reading 160. Alia Riaz, who has come to bat, hailing from Rawalpindi. She made her debut in 2014 against Australia and has played 17 matches with a high score of 51. Tried to sneak a run, but sent back, rightly sent back. So Anisa Mohammed applying all her experience here and squeezing the runs and creating those opportunities, like she forced Sidra Amin to take a run which was not there.
Well, that was straight in the hands, and unless played, that went straight to the hands of Stephanie Taylor, and that was something that was not required. I think hasty. It's the 90s that sometimes get to you, and that's your test. That's the test where, how your temperament is. It's all about your temperament. It's all about your mental strength.
And I think we have to give it to the throw as well, which was very fast and accurate throw.
That was a close throw from Stephanie Taylor there at the mid-wicket region, going straight at hitting onto the stumps. Let me remind you, that's the angle where you have the view of just a single stump, not all 3. So good throw, Taylor.
Nida Dar on the other end, she's pretty experienced. This is the passage of the play where all the experience of Nida Dar, Sana Mir, that is required for Pakistan if they are going to put a fighting total on this pitch. Looped in the air and just missed the fielder there. Dangerously played.
There was a bit of a chance there as well. The ball going up in the air. Well, landing in no man's land. 35 gone. 163 for 4.
Anisa has bowled a nice spell over here, and she has given only 17 runs on this fast outfield in her 5 overs. One of them was maiden. So pretty good performance. On the other hand, Fletcher and Dottin both have gone more than run a ball.
Huge shout, and Well, just a bit of an odd bounce there. The leg by signal from the umpire.
I think that was sliding down the leg side and hit her on the thigh rather than the pad.
It was a bit sliding up on that occasion.
Yeah, and pretty easy decision for the umpire there. Since the fall of the wicket, Fletcher seems to have come back to her rhythm, and she looks more in control now.
And come on, that's what happens usually.
And gone.
It's bowled, wrapped around the legs, and the bails come off, and Alia Riaz. And Fletcher gets her woman. And that's the 5th wicket to fall in the form of Alia Riaz. She would have wanted to look to go forward all the way to the 50th over to give company to Nidadar, who's out there on 38. But unfortunately, it's 164 for 5. 35.3 overs have gone by. Just around the legs. Then a good delivery from Fletcher.
Yeah, she was going for a paddle sweep there, but the ball was too pitched up and she missed the line of the delivery. And she expected, for some reason, the ball to be on the middle stump, but it pitched on the leg stump and just went on to hit the leg stump. So this is what we were talking about, the drift and the wind can do. So it looks like, because right now the wind is blowing from third man to the mid-wicket area. So it just drifted on more than what Alia Riaz was expecting. So the next batter comes in, Sanamir, a pretty experienced campaigner. 104 innings, 1,566 runs at an average of 18.2 and a strike rate of 42.53. But she has 350s, and batting at these numbers and having 350s against her name speaks a lot about her experience and the potential as well.
She does have the capacity to turn the tables around. Done it in the past, and definitely can do it here today as well. 200 mark will be something that Pakistan will be looking at this stage after losing 5. And Windies suddenly have started to get the grip back onto the game.
And all of a sudden the role of Nidadar has changed dramatically.
And that's what happens when the wickets fall and you're the only one who's there who's been scoring the runs.
Now when she was playing with Sidra Amin, her role looked more towards of the someone who would assert onto the bowlers and go for runs. But now she has to make sure that she bats till the end of the innings. Wrapped on the pads again, but again the umpire gestured for a bit of height, so she was on the front foot as well. That saved her as well. So after 36 overs, 164 for 5. Pakistan team had laid down a very good foundation. Windies bowling, Shakira 1 for 16 after 6, Konal 1 for 17 in 5, Doughton 1 for 33 in 6.
Anisa Mohammed to continue. Flighted, swept. And a bit of a chase there for the fielder, but there's nothing stopping that. A boundary coming in along for Nidadar that will give her some relief. Every run from here on is going to be important for Pakistan.
A very good shot. The way Anisa is looping the ball, enticing for the drives. This time Nidadar preempted the situation and stretched out and took it on the full and swept it very square, because there is square fielder is there.
Yet again, played well by Nidadar. This is good cricket. She's played sensibly well, a boundary, singles, twos. She's kept her cool, and she realizes how important it is for her to stick around and stay out there. It's going to be interesting to see what Sana Mir has in store for Anisa Mohammed and vice versa.
Unlike Sidra Amin or Kainat Imtiaz, Alia Riaz, who got out earlier, Nida Dar, she has plenty of experience of playing at this level, and she has 3 50s to her name.
A bit of an aggressive batsman, Nida Dar, but today she has adjusted to the situation, and that's exactly what you expect from your middle order. You adapt to the situation of the game, and you take your team forward. Raps on the pad and slight height issue there, and odd bounce. And Sana Mir seems to be a bit in a difficult situation here for Anisa Mohammed.
She doesn't look like in the flow. In the first ODI as well, she didn't really get going. And again, she's biding her time over here, which is not bad, because that concludes the 37th over. It's 169 for 5. So 13 overs are still left in the innings. $169. So realistically, Pakistan would be looking around 260 now, because those couple of wickets must have hampered their plans. And for that target, or that target to be met and those dreams to be fulfilled, these two have to bat for a little while here, because these are the most experienced players in the side, and they need to play at least 5-6 overs.
We'll have to look out to go all the way to the end, to the 50th over, these two. Very important, this partnership for Pakistan.
I think Sana Mir's fitness played a part as well, that Alia Riaz was sent before her. Otherwise, Sana Mir would have come here. She is struggling a bit, so they tried to offload her.
Played well by Nida Dar. Lot of patience. Not being very hasty. And this is what happens when you're batting first. You've got that least amount of pressure. You know you've got nothing to lose. That swept away, up in the air, and one bounce to the fielder. It's a good shot, that controlled shot. She knew exactly where the fielder was. And the Windies are going to have to think of something before the partnership builds up here.
So, as we were talking earlier, since the fall of Sidra's wicket, Fletcher is looking at a different bowler altogether, and she is bamboozling the batters here, making life a bit difficult for them.
That's what happens with the spinner, especially when you have a new batsman that comes in. It's always easier to put in the pressure. And a good piece of fielding, the dot delivery to end the over. 30 had gone, 170 for 5.
And I think Chavi, Windies bowlers, they have the luxury of very good fielders in the inner circle. They have Doughton, they have Taylor, who are very quick. Taylor already forced one run out. A very precious wicket of Sana Mir. And we must keep in mind that as compared to the Pakistan team, most of the Windies players, they are very experienced. Again, an up shot in the mid-wicket region, a very well executed shot, picked her spot, and excellently timed, left of the fielder. In the previous over, she had
taken a boundary on the right of the fielder, and this time she went on the leg side and made no errors here.
Fantastic shot that takes it on to 48. She's just 2 away from her half century. Yet another one on her name. And the 2 is the call, and this is going to be a bit of a challenge. The throw not going straight to the stumps, and that is going to be a 50 for Nidadar, and a very well deserved half century. And you see an applause across the ground, and her team will be definitely happy. 176 on board now for Pakistan women.
An excellent innings by Nidadar. She came at 52 for 3 when Bisma Maroof got out. And first she built a partnership with Sidra, and then now she reached to her 4th 50 in ODIs. And now, as we see, her 2 shots have forced Anisa to bowl a bit quicker, not giving that much of air now.
Anisa will have to bring in the variations. Kamran, we've been talking about how they will have to bring in the variations, and they would want to. And that's slashed away. A bit of a chase for the fielder there, but there is nothing stopping that. Yet another boundary there for Nidadar. She's looking in control.
That's excellent batting. So she's playing with the bowling now. On the first ball, she swept in the same direction, got a 4, then she played late, got a couple on the offside. And again, right after the boundary, she just goes for a single. So Pakistan moving along. Again, enticing the batsman to go for a big drive. Sanamir playing the cautious trade, and she gathers another single.
39 gone. It's 182 for 5.
With 11 overs to go, Charvi, what do you think Pakistan would be looking at as a target from here on in the last 11 overs? How many they would be looking to compile here?
Well, the 50-60 runs on board will put them in a good competitive position. And anything around those lines will keep them on ticking. And we've got a change in the comm box. Joining me is Marina and Abid.
Thank you, Shavi. Well, a lot to say here, but I'll start with Sidra Amin's dismissal. I was saying earlier that would be the last thing she wanted to get out, because she was playing brilliantly. It was no chance to getting out, but the run out is really unfortunate for her to missing out her 100. Marina, sad about it?
Very sad, disappointing, and to a brilliant and magnificent composed inning of Sidra Amin, but yeah, 96, that's not what you would have liked. But Nidadar stepping up, and what a hell of a knock she has played for Pakistan and still's out there. So I think that she is now the main key for Pakistan to give a good total.
Well, similar problems here continues for West Indians. They're bowling too fuller, or sometimes they're even bowling full tosses a lot frequent. So they need to work out with the length. If you talk about the pitch, Chavi, you've been there. So any assist for the spinners?
Well, it's a I mean, you're right. We had it during the pitch report as well that there might be some assistance to the bowlers in the beginning. Once the moisture has dried out, it helps the batsmen. It's a flat track. And even if we're going to look at, let's talk about, when the Windies come into bat, and the direct hit would have put her into trouble. Close call. Good piece of fielding from Dottin. The end of the over. 40 gone. 185 for 5.
the really best part about Pakistan batting has been that they have not let the run rate fallen below 4 runs and over. They've been carrying this all the way.
Yes, I talked about the intention. They were, but definitely for West Indies, things are not working, especially for the spinners. Their pace.
West Indies will need. West Indies will have to tighten their ties a little bit. Want to try and put across the
I mean, the good part is that they haven't played much across the line. They are sweeping a lot, but sweeping it well. This time, Sana Amir played it wonderfully, but there is a sweeper down there in the deep. So they'll get only one.
It will be the chances some of them will have to take with just 10 overs to go. They do realize they still need a lot of runs on board. West Indies, the Windies have a good batting lineup.
We are past 40 overs now, and 186 runs on the board for the half team going back to the dugout. So we still have 5 wickets more, but a lot will depend here on this wicket, because both these batters can bat long way through and can find the boundaries easily as well. They are set, but the last these 10 overs will be very crucial. They need to be careful, capitalize at maximum. What do you think, Chavi, would be an ideal total to place on the board?
Well, we've been discussing about this, looking at a 230, 240. That will be a decent total. However, we do know the Windies have the batting lineup to challenge Pakistani bowlers. Well, Pakistan will have to come in with a plan. And what the Windies will need to do here is to, even if they are not able to break the partnership or they're not able to get the wickets, what they will need to do is to contain the runs that are coming through. And that might be something that will help. But Nidadar, I think she's been on top of her game today. Excellent running between the wickets. She's been quick. She's been alert. She knows exactly where the fielders are. She's placed the ball very well and hasn't taken a lot of chances, except that one with Sidra Amin.
Well, Sidra Amin have availed her chances well. She was given a lot of edges to Stephanie Taylor earlier in the inning, but she availed her chance well. Now it's time for Nida, who is playing excellently. Chanceless inning so far. Doughton's wicket will be a very big wicket that Pakistan will be eyeing on. So I think it's very important for them to get Doughton's out early, and even Taylor's wicket would be having a different price on it.
Well, both the batsmen, they are in form. You don't know whose day it's going to be on a given day. Played late and played well by Sana Amir for a single. And that'll also be the end of the over. So 41 gone, 9 to go, 188 for 5. And a change in the com box. Joining Abid and Marina is Nabil.
It's an ideal situation for Pakistan women at the moment, having 188 on the board after 41 overs. The half team is out on dugout. Welcome to the combox, Nabil.
Thank you so much, Abid. It's been a different match altogether for Pakistan compared to the first ODI, courtesy Sidra Amin's brilliance. That would be declared a dead ball umpire. Wasn't happy with something. Let's see what it was.
Yeah, that's the added in the ICC rules that a batsman can leave the ball after even a bowler delivers.
Yes, there's still a delay that continues. It has been a great fight back from Pakistan, led by Sidra Amin, and now Nida Dar continuing the good work. Flatted delivery, swept hard by Sanami for a single.
A lot of sweep shots have been we have seen, Nabil, today. Most of the boundaries are coming from the sweep shots. What is going on?
I think that's a go-to shot for any batter if they're under pressure. I think sweep allows them to break the shackles. On the other hand, Nida Dar has played beautifully to both sides of the pitch. A cheeky shot from Sanami. The ball is racing away to the boundary, and it would be a 4. So a bit of innovation from the former captain.
A bit of from the T20 games. A lot of T20 games brings that shot. Innovated by T20. Well deserved boundary there. Placed it nicely. Watched the ball till the last moment. Risky shot, I would call it, but still have done the wonderful job getting 4 runs for the team. Yeah, you need to get the runs going because you're in the last session of the game.
Yeah, Pakistan need to post a good total. Another cheeky cut shot from Sanami, and the ball is again racing towards the boundary, and that would be another 4. So back-to-back boundaries by Sanami, and Pakistan close on the 200 run mark now.
I think that would be the safest mark that you want to achieve, that at least you have about 200 on the board, then you can use your bowlers wisely, then just try to get the 2 main batswomen, the Dottons and Stephanie Taylor, get them early and the game is on.
I think given the prowess that Windies batting have with Stephanie Taylor, DeAndre Doughton, Pakistan should at least try to get into 250. But you are right, if Pakistan can get some quick wickets early on, they would certainly pile up the pressure on the Windies side.
Well, it's definitely that you strike early, but credit must be given to Pakistan women's that the way they have taken the comeback in the game after losing first wicket and then losing wickets in the regular intervals as well. But then a nice partnership of above 100 runs, and now even these small partnerships are building so well. So it's over. And past 42 overs, 199 on a board for the loss of 5 wickets. We still got 8 overs to go in this game.
Sidra Amin would be disappointed. She could have become the 3rd Pakistani to score an ODI turn, but she missed out. Javeria Khan had scored 2 centuries in one international, whereas Nayan Abdi had 1.
96 runs for Sidra Amin, and we'll see Marina there. Marina, off to you, and let us know what Sidra says.
Henry runs in again. That's a wide delivery. Not given a wide.
Yeah, close call. Even the batter is asking the batsman a bit there. Doubtful. But former skipper will handle that. We'll have Sidra Amin with our Marina Iqbal.
So I have Sidra Amin with me from the Pakistani dugout. What a magnificent innings she has played today. Let's have a talk. सिद्रा डिसअपॉइंटमेंट हुई है 96 पे आउट होने की?
बिल्कुल बहुत ज़्यादा डिसअपॉइंटमेंट हो, लेकिन मैं अच्छी बात यह है कि शुक्र है कि रन्स हुए हैं और टीम के लिए भी बेहतरी हुई और मेरे लिए भी अच्छा हुआ।
जिस तरह आज आप खेल रहे थे स्ट्रेट बैट के साथ कंपोज्ड, क्या माइंडसेट था?
मेरी स्ट्रेंथ थी स्ट्रेट बैट है, लेकिन वही बात है कि 2 मैचेस में मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा जल्दी कर दी, लेकिन यही था कि मैं इंशाल्लाह विकेट पे स्टे करूंगी और रन्स फिर मैं निकालती जाऊंगी।
आपकी पार्टनरशिप अच्छी लगी निदा के साथ में, क्या डिस्कशन हो रही थी, किस टारगेट तक जाना चाहते थे?
निदा की और मेरी यही बात हो रही थी कि हम ओवर के बीच में प्लान कर रहे थे। वो ये कह रही थी कि तुमने और मैंने मिल के 5 रन बनाने हैं, 11 रन बनाने हैं, तो इस तरह हम लेके चल रहे थे।
और अभी जो पोजीशन है पाकिस्तान की, आपको क्या लगता है किस टारगेट पे एंड करोगे?
इंशाल्लाह ताला मुझे लगता है कि और 30 या 40 रन ऐड हो जाएंगे तो फाइटिंग स्कोर हो जाएगा।
ऑल द बेस्ट, वेरी वेल प्लेड।
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच।
That's all. We had Sidra with us, and what a great inning she has played. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina, taking us to have a word with Sidra Amin, who has been brilliant with the bat today. 96 runs after facing 121 deliveries. Nabil, what an innings we have seen from Pakistani opener today.
Yes, she was brilliant given the circumstances with wickets falling from the other end. Pakistan had lost 3 wickets, but a great rebuilding phase by Sidra Amin. She led it well while Nida Dar partnered her.
So Pakistan has past 43 overs after 5 wickets down, 200. They crossed 200's mark, which is brilliant, Nabil. I think that should be the an ideal, you know, the way the things are. 7 overs to go, and now they can try to open their shoulders a bit, and having in the pitch Sanamir and well settled Nida Dar, so things will get easier.
Yeah, I think as far as Nida Dar is concerned, she will continue to score quickly till she is out there. A fuller delivery and played towards the deep fine leg by Sanamir. She has called for 2, but the call was declined by Nida.
Yes, I think the stage is all set now for Nida to just put her foot down and score. That's the role she can bring on from these two. Sanamir giving a supporting hand there. She can also score some boundaries, but the hitting role now should be more on Nida to turn up.
Chandra Doughton will bowl once again. Wide outside the off stump. Nida cut it hard, but good fielding there from the point fielder.
What is happening, Marina? That earlier we didn't realize what Nida Dar was doing when Sidra Amin was batting, and now we are not realizing what Sanamir is doing when Nida Dar is cruising.
You normally limelight falls on one batter who's been under the lights, scoring more of the occasions. But yeah, when Sidra was there, Nida was playing a very crucial role, as now Sana is doing while developing this partnership.
That's what you call slipping under the radar. That has helped Pakistan. And Marina, talking about Sidra, she was simply brilliant. Some of the pull shots she played, they were in front of the square. That shows how much time she has against the quicks. Something that has been a problem for Pakistan.
Yeah, I was having a chat with her, and I mentioned in earlier that she was playing with a straighter bat, and that's what she said, that my strength was straighter bat, and that's what I did today. I wasn't doing that in earlier matches, but that shows the difference, and I think that key to this wicket is definitely a straight bat.
Yeah, I must agree that, because the early you go, you must play with, that is your basics. Oh, a shout there, and what was that shot actually?
I think Sanamir ducked out really well. That was a quick Yorker from Chandra Doughton.
Oh yeah, she can bowl toe-breaking Yorkers. Believe me, I've been there. Sana did well.
You can't get a better feedback, because someone who has been there, who has played, who has faced.
She have left the crease walking down. She realized that she is trying to play across the line, making a room for herself, and very a presence of mind from Doughton.
This time a single for Nidada, and that will be the end of the 44th over. Pakistan women are 208 for 5. And before the 45th over start, there will be a change in the commentary box. You will be joined by K. Asif and Ahmad Khwaja.
Welcome to the com box, K. Asif and Ahmad Khwaja. It's all yours now. Take us and let us know what the score is.
Thank you. Abed, and it's the Pakistan and ICC batting ranking. Javeria Khan, she's on the 24th. Nahida on 25th. Besma on 28. Sanamid 34. This time. Run out! Excellent piece of fielding there. It was straight to the fielder, and she wanted to take a run, but good throw. Straight, and another loss for the Pakistan.
Well, that has come against the run of play. Pakistan were cruising well. Both were looking at the ball, didn't realize where their partner was, and that led to Sanami's run out. But she has done her bit. A good hand of 21. And now Pakistan has a good platform to launch the assault in the last 6 over.
Just the wrong thing to happen for Pakistan at this stage. They were looking well settled, both of them. Now another wicket will slow down the run rate again. But it's up to Nida Dar to take a hold of the situation and play as freely as she has been so far. It's been a brilliant innings, and she might be within reach of 100.
Yeah, Nida Dar, as we all know, she can score quickly. K. Asif, and good thing right now is that Kainat Imtiaz has come out to bat, and she can bat a bit and can make useful contributions. A fledgling career with 5 innings and 38 runs under her belt, but she can bat, and she could be a good partner for Nida Dar because both like to run quickly.
Yes, that's right. And if in last 5-6 overs, if they could manage to get 40-45 runs, could be a handsome total.
Shakira Salaman runs up to the crease. It was down the leg. She's lucky that the ball went straight to the short fine leg fielder.
If we could see the last run out, Ahmed and Nabil, that the fielder standing on the extra cover position, and she could only see single stump, and from throwing on that position, it's not easy always.
This time a booming drive towards the cover region. It only resulted in a single.
Yes, at critical stages of the innings, the Windies have produced runouts that have changed the complexion of the game. Otherwise, Pakistan was well in control in both situations, but the key run out of Sidra and now Sanamir, who was providing the partnership with Nida Dar, has once again changed the direction of the innings.
This one's down the leg and he called the wide. So Asif Solomon has not been able to control her line. She was lucky a ball before. She could have conceded a 4, and now a wide delivery.
Yes, if you could see recent overs, the timeline is 1.1, then there is a wicket and 1, and then there is a void. Once again down the leg side and the same result.
Pakistan would happily take those wides because the score is sticking, and with the new batter in Ahmed, I think that's the best thing you can get.
And it was the run out you were watching on your screen, and it was excellent to watch there.
Yes, brilliant fielding by the Windies women. They have been very good in the field and saved quite a few runs.
Good delivery this time.
Well, Nidadar is itching to get to the other end because she wants to get on with the game. Well said. And we know how she can score big and how she can score big shots.
And Pakistan are happy after winning the toss. They're in good position. 211 in 45th over. And this time towards fine leg just for a single.
Nida Dar definitely has the game to take the attack to the bowling. Her stance and batting style really resembles Australia's ex-captain Steve Smith, and even she's wearing his number 8, so I think he might be an inspiration for her.
Yeah, that is something we can ask her. But definitely a good point to notice from Ahmed.
This time towards sweeper covers just for a single, and ending up this over with a single. 45 gone, 213, and there's a time I'm asking to Nabil. Steve Smith was supposed to play for the Multan Sultan. Either is he playing or not?
No, he's out of the Pakistan Super League because of an elbow surgery, so that's a big blow. But the replacement that they have made is phenomenal, with probably the best all-rounder in T20 format, Andrew Russell, joining the ranks. He's the batting summary so far for Pakistan. Sidra Amin starring with 96, and 96 is the same score that Deandra Doughton got out on. And Nida Dar, you can see she's unbeaten on 63, whereas Sana Mir has scored 21. And that has been slap batted to mid-off. She's unlucky not to get a boundary here.
Well, amazing to see here that you're bowling in the depth over and two fielders standing inside the circle, mid-on and mid-off. Ahmed?
Nida is definitely timing it really well, so there's hope for a flurry of runs here. They'll have to be careful with keeping the field up because she's timing it really beautifully right now.
Well, let's see. Now they are trying to adjust the field, and now mid-off has dropped to long off, whereas T fine leg has been asked to come in the circle. So probably they have heard you, Asif.
That's right, good delivery. Straight to the mid-on.
A little bit of yes-no maybe again from the Pakistan women. They will have to be careful because 2 run-outs have already cost them dearly in this game.
Well, it's all about the momentum, and Pakistan should end on a high, because all the good work that you do, if it doesn't end well, if the momentum goes to the opposition, they get the hope. And with the sort of batting prowess that Windies have, courtesy of Deandra Doughton, Stephanie Taylor, Shima and Campbell, these are dangerous batters.
Even Nation, she's a strong hitter.
Yeah, we saw her in the T20 series, how she hit those big sixes.
This time once again whacked away to deep point by Nida Dar. Only a single there. She looks to be getting a bit frustrated with the lack of strike rotation, so it will be up to her partner as well to ably support her at every opportunity, because that's the only way Pakistan will finish with a strong total of around 240-50, which can be defended quite well with their bowling lineup.
Yeah, there is something pretty evident from her body language as well. She's itching to get to the striker's corner.
Asking for the LBW, but definitely going down the leg side. One more added with this leg bye, and yes,
Pakistan should at least try to go over 235 or 240 runs. 250 would have been a safe bet against this strong Windies batting lineup, but they still have been able to post a decent total here. It will be all about how they will end this innings.
good shot this time towards fine leg. Yes, the fielder was inside the circle and got the boundary. Excellent piece of timing.
The much needed boundary for Pakistan here. The fine leg was in the circle and just manipulated it past her, and that was an easy 4.
So 46 gone now, 219 for 6.
With that boundary, Nida Dar has moved to 68, and with 4 overs to go, she's probably in chance of completing her century. She's well capable of hitting 2-3 boundaries in an over, and even 2-3 sixes as well, as we saw in the last T20I in Karachi, where she was smacking at will.
Nabil, the one thing I would say is the point and fine leg boundaries are along the slope over here. So if she just manages to beat the in-ring there's a definite 4 to be had.
That's a good point. I'm sure that the Pakistan coaching staff would have certainly conveyed the message.
Salman continues, and first dot delivery. So now if you see only 5 runs remaining to 224, and if they're making 225, that would be a highest total ever against Windies in ODI.
Well, Pakistan have fought well, and they deserve to post the highest total. Kainat Imtiaz has not able to strike as far as the rotation of a strike is concerned. That is really important, and we can see that Nida Dar is frustrated, and she's now walking up to her to tell her, just give me the single, I'll take care of the rest.
Yes, there is no need for both of them to attack the bowling. Just one end needs to rotate the strike and let the set batsman go after the bowling, and Nida Dar, as we've seen, has been timing them really well, and she can attack the bowling.
Yes, this time upish and straight to the fielder. The mid-on, and it was, you could say, another loss for the Pakistan.
Kainat Imtiaz's struggle at the crease has ended now. She wasn't able to rotate the strike, and now she has perished. So Nida Dar would be the last hope for Pakistan. Hopefully the incoming batter would do the service that she needed.
And one has to question what the discussion was between them, because she immediately went for a slog after that, and it cost her quite dearly.
Yes, that's right, and well judged catch in the end. 219 for 6.
Incoming batter is the stylish wicketkeeper Sidra Nawaz. She's probably the best, someone who's the best glove work in Pakistan in terms of women cricket, but she definitely needs to improve her batting skills as well, because cricket is changing quite fastly here. Shakira Salman once again. Short delivery and a single. Too long off.
So look at that. She was trying to hit over mid-on.
As if it was there to be hit. I think she was right in taking on the mid-on fielder, but the execution wasn't right.
A little bit mix up. Yes, no, yes, but comfortably taken. One more.
At this stage, I think Pakistan would be happy to settle with around 240, because it seems like the pitch is slowing down a bit with the constant heat, and I think it's getting a bit tough to hit out against the quick bowling of the Windies women.
A good Yorker ducked out really well. The call is for 2, and they easily make it. So good running by from Nida Dar and Sidra Nawaz.
Ending up this over with this couple, and 47 gone, 2-2-3 for 7.
What is your prediction, Nabil? Which will be the target for the Windies women? Let's get our prediction in there.
I think if Nida stays for the last 3 overs, Pakistan can score up to 250. But I think, like you said, 240 would be a safe bet here.
and as Asif pointed out, that would be the highest target for the Windies women. So I think the Pakistan women's bowling can definitely win the match, and it will be a very challenging score to chase.
Yes, but do remember that Nabil is keep telling, Dotson is there, Stephanie Taylor is there, Nishan is there, Campbell is there. This time Upish, but remain lucky just for a single at mid-on.
I think that's what Pakistan needed, to have Nida Dar on the strike, and I think Sidra Nawaz was right here giving the single to Nida. Let's see what Nida will do. There's a change in the field. Long off has dropped back, whereas the deep fine leg fielder has been asked to come in. Cornell is at short fine leg.
I think Nidada will definitely target that fine leg boundary with the lap sweep or that dill scoop perhaps. So I think that is definitely into play at this moment.
Dill scoop. When you're talking about Dilshan scoop, yes, there's a chance and you could get runs there.
Is that a double that they took? You can see that she has covered her stumps.
There we go.
You would call it a lucky boundary here, but at least they are trying, and fortune favors the brave.
At this stage, Nabil, I think there are no lucky or unlucky or any kind of boundaries. However they may come, they're all acceptable.
Yes, who cares? That's either with the bat or with the pad or the wide extra. Does not care. Just take runs.
If you can see Nida's stance, see how deep she is staying in her crease.
Looks like a tape ball player.
And this time she made it into a full touch for the Yorker, and it's a 6 over square leg. What a brilliant shot by Nida Dar.
Excellent timing, leg, and the first maximum of the match.
Nida Dar is playing a special innings here. Absolutely taking the game away from the Windies women.
Yeah, and that was Ahmed. That was the first 6 hit against a fast bowler, whereas the first 6 came against the spinner. Nida Dar hit it against the wind to Anisa Mohammed. This time it's a plumb LBW, and the umpire raises his finger. So a brilliant knock by Nida Dar comes to an end. An entertaining 75 of 64 deliveries. Nida can be proud of her effort.
Fabulous innings by Nida Dar. Firstly she anchored the innings along with Sidra, and then took the attack to the Windies women. It's been a hell of an innings.
Great batting, and another loss for Pakistan, 234 for 8.
Sidra Nawaz will be joined by the tall, fast bowler of Pakistan, Diana Baig. She has represented Pakistan not just at the cricket scene, but she has represented Pakistan in the football team as well. So a double national, and she is a brilliant athlete, all-round athlete.
Look at her batting stats. 23 years of age, 36 runs, and strike rate is 37.9.
And look at where she is standing. Nida Dar was deep in her crease, while Diana is standing way out of her crease. Onto the pads, defended really well.
And Deandra Doughton once again, Nabil, having an impact on the match with the ball, just like the previous game. And now let's see how she goes with the bat.
She's truly a match winner, either with the ball in hand or bat. But I think the heat that is here, I think that will affect her batting, and we might see her attacking from the word go.
Once again, good delivery right up in the block hole. A quick single at mid-on area. So, ending up this over with a single. 48 gone, 235 for 8.
Let's hope Diana and Sidra can finish the innings with a flurry. I think they've set a very good platform for the last 2 overs. Hopefully, I think even 260 is in play here, Nabil.
That would be quite a far call, Ahmed, to be very honest. But I think if Pakistan can make even 5 runs and reach that 240 run mark, they would be happy. And given that the established batsmen are back in the pavilion, Pakistan have 12 legitimate deliveries to play with.
Maybe if Diana has been watching a bit of Hassan Ali in South Africa, I think she would be inspired to go for some big blows.
This time play to the third man boundary for a single. Even 12 singles would do well for Pakistan, Asif.
Let me tell you, these runs now, the runs coming there, the bonus runs for Pakistan. They have done their job earlier. If you're crossing 220, 230, now you should go for the singles and twos. And yes, if you're getting boundaries, it would make a good effect and impact on Pakistani total.
That was a good delivery, good quick delivery. Connell has bowled quick, whether at the back end of the innings or up front.
She has probably been the standout bowler for Windies today, along with Doughton. Really been very accurate and moved the ball, and she is once again troubling the Pakistan tail at the moment.
Connell jumps like Junaid Khan, and this time cutting and cutting nicely. Fielder is there just for a single.
Yeah, Khan had a similar sort of jump while running in, as we see Junaid Khan used to do. That is something and a habit that he has developed over the years. And Connell's jump is similar to Junaid to get momentum in a run-up. Fuller delivery, another quick single, a child this time. But the single has been completed.
Could have been a replay of the previous run out. Good effort.
Windies women in the field have been absolutely electric. They've produced wickets and they've produced pressure, and it's been telling on the Pakistan batting lineup straight from the word go.
What has been really brilliant about them is that their shoulders haven't dropped. Another quick delivery. I think the pace has troubled the Pakistani batters, and Sidra had no answer to it. Given the sort of frame that Connell has, a big frame, a big unit, she has got good height. Probably a terrifying sight.
The extra bounce is definitely troubling Sidra at this moment, no doubt.
And on the pads, was trying to flick that ball just for a single. Leg by signal from the umpire.
Nabil, what do you reckon about the pitch? How will it play for the Pakistani spin attack in the second innings?
To be really honest, I don't think the pitch will do too much. Mostly the pitch plays well for the batters. It's a flat batting track. With the end of the penultimate over, it's 239 for 8. With the last over to go. Deandra Doughton would bowl once again. What an athlete she is. Always involved in the game, either with the bat or ball or even fielding. This is driven to the covers, probably would result in a run out, and that's what it is. Sidra Nawaz has been run out.
Third run out produced by the Windies women today. They have truly been a factor. And once again, Pakistan down to their almost the last pair at the crease. Easy run out this time at the bowling end.
Probably Diana was wishing to go to the strikers, and she wanted to have a bat here before the bowling. Sidra wasn't happy with the call. But like we do, and we always see that in the end overs, the bowlers, they are itching to get on this flag and play.
Well, it's a good thing that Pakistan have managed to play 50 overs, and credit goes to Sidra and Sana. Nashra Sandhu, 21 years of age, 12 innings, average is 2.57, and strike rate 11.84. So yes, She would have to manage 5 deliveries now.
Let's see what Diana will do. And Deandra runs in. She wanted to come out of the crease, but Doughton saw it, bowled a good Yorker. So a single to Diana, and now the strike is taken by Nashra Sandhu.
It will be quite a big task to ask them, but the straight fielders mid-off and mid-on are in the circle. So that is their best bet for a boundary at this stage. So let's see what Nashra can produce.
That was the run out.
Yeah, too much yes or no, Asif here.
So
3 more deliveries to go. What do you reckon, Asif? What will happen now?
Well, I would love to watch 3 boundaries there, to be very honest. To
That's a bit too optimistic.
Yes.
Don't you think so, Ahmed?
I think my prediction of 260 was quite optimistic, to be frank.
I'm sure Pakistani fans would have loved to see that happen, but still it's a good fighting score.
Looking for the
Another
run.
single, another shot that stumps, and this is another run out. So 4th run out of the innings, and with that it would be a wrap for Pakistan. They have been pulled out for 240.
Disappointing end to the innings with all these run-outs and no runs made, but I think it's a very healthy total that they can defend, and hopefully they can get stuck into the Windies batting.
Yes, that's right, and 240, so 241 is the target for Windies in 50 overs. They have a very strong batting lineup, but well played by Pakistan, especially Sidra. She was unlucky, got out on 96.
Yeah, definitely she deserved that century, because she could have been only the 3rd Pakistani batter to have scored ODI century. 2 have been scored by Javeria Khan, while 1 has gone to Nan Abdi. But we must not forget the role of Nida Dar too. She played an anchor role while batting with Sidra, and then took it on her towards the late part of the innings.
She played an outstanding innings, and now her major role will be in the second innings with the ball, with Sanamir, Nida Dar, and Diana and Kainat. It will take a huge effort from the Pakistan bowling to restrict the powerful Windies batting lineup.
And here's Pakistan's scorecard. Sidra Ameen starting with 96 of 121. Naida Khan could only score 3. Javeria Khan 5. Bisma Maroof 8. And then there's this brilliant knock of 81 by Nida Dar. Alia could only score 6. Sanami 21. A good hand. Kanat Imtiaz 1. Sidra Nawaz 3. Diana Beg 4. And Nashra Sandhu could not open her account. And Pakistan were bowled out for 240 in 49.4 overs. 12 were extras.
The 4 run-outs will really disappoint them, Nabil. That will, a couple of them really changed the game, and who knows where their total could have been without those.
And definitely a valid point, because the first run out resulted in Sidra Ameen's prize scalp. But the youngster played a brilliant knock, and that's the Windies bowling scorecard. Shakira Salman bowled 10 overs for 33 runs, took 2 wickets. 2 wickets were taken by Deandra Doughton. She conceded 55 runs, while a wicket apiece for Shamila Connell and Affie Fletcher. You can see the fall of wickets. First wicket was of Naida on 15, then on 29, and then Bisma getting out on 52, and then the 102 runs big partnership between Sidra Ameen and Nida Dar. And then you saw the wickets started to fall at intervals. 164 on Alia Riaz, 208 for 6, while Sanami got out. Right now we'll take the innings break, and once the live action resumes, we'll come back.